Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
Good morning, 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, Friday morning. How are we? The weekend is near. Lovely. talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Alan Brazil Gabby's with me. It was another loss at Paddle yesterday. Gabby,
How'd you
kept
know?
that quiet.
How do you know, mate?
Because the guy who hammered you told me.
I found it quite difficult, Alan.
Why?
You know, the travelling back from Mallorca, having 5 hours sleep, being up at 5 and going to play top level paddle. I really struggled with the conditions, mate.
It's not top level.
It was top level game, mate.
Top level. I've seen you play, Gabby.
I struggled, mate.
Average.
Yeah, I really struggled out. I was playing. I'm just like, what am I doing here?
Who did you play with? Benty?
Played against Benty and then two lads, random lads that were very good as well. And then Benty gave me a good hiding. Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, but he plays every day, mate. He's an addict.
Well, can he beat Simon?
I think he would now. I think he's improved a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it'd be a good game. But Al, I am...
If I go and watch one of them, do I have a half scarf bent and Simon on the...
half scarf bent.
Yeah, half scarf bent on.
Oh, sorry, Darren bent.
No, the news, Gab. Have you looked at the papers today?
Yeah, half scarf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you wear one?
What
No.
a load of nonsense.
But some people do when it's not a derby game.
You can't wear Spurs and West Ham.
Of course not, but maybe if it's Spurs versus Wolves, people won't have a problem with it. But
No, you can't. No.
why not?
No, you could maybe have Real Madrid, Arsenal or something like that. You know, foreign side. You can't have two British sides.
But do you reckon someone's brave enough to sell that outside the stadium?
Well, but I'm reading today that they'll be confiscated. No, I don't think that's allowed. I don't think they can confiscate them.
You're looking for trouble, aren't you, if you're selling those outside West Ham Stadium?
Well, it depends who's... The guys that sell these scarves, Gab, are pretty well connected, mate.
Yeah. Really? Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You try go down there and
take the scarves off them.
We're taking your hot dog stall off.
Well, they've said, haven't they? West Ham said they were going to ban them?
Well, they're saying... I read,
so who's going to ban them? Al Capone?
I read confiscate. You can't do that. Honestly.
You can't confiscate them.
It's your property. You paid for it. How can they do that?
Yeah, but if it's going to stir trouble...
I reckon the course. They took them through the course. They'd lose.
You reckon?
The whole club would lose, yeah.
A derby game, two teams that despise each other, and you're going to sell half and half scarves.
I don't think you can do that legally.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying fans, especially West Ham being the home team, won't be appreciated.
Oh, they hate each other. It's like Chelsea.
Oh, they hate each other, don't
West
they?
Ham, Chelsea, Spurs hate each other.
Like Jermaine Defoe said yesterday, still not been forgiven.
No.
Leaving West Ham to Spurs.
And then I can see if Frank Lampard does well with Coventry, and something went wrong at West Ham and Frank was invited back, there'd be some people would love it and others would be no way.
Still haven't forgiven him.
No. And Frank was great for West Ham. He grew up with that great young side, didn't he?
Which is more of a rivalry? West Ham Spurs or Spurs Chelsea?
Ooh, I think West Ham Spurs.
Really?
Yeah. Mind you, Chelsea Spurs. No,
Chelsea Spurs is spice, isn't it?
But Millwall West Ham's the worst.
That's the one, yeah.
And Tottenham Arsenal's not, but that's not too.
You know what though? Part of me out over the last 5-10 years, when I've been seeing the Championship, and I'm like, oh, Millwall, they're close to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'd love them to come up and see West Ham Millwall.
Millwall are a big club.
Yeah.
Their fan base, they'll go to Wembley, they'll take 50,000.
Yeah.
Serious, they're big. Most black cabs you get if you're going east are Millwall.
They're doing okay this season. Sitting in 12th position, 6 points out of 4 games. But no, it's half and half scarf sale, not for me.
Nor me. Imagine Celtic Rangers scarf. Oh, impossible.
Never.
No. In fact, I can't imagine Celtic wear any other Scottish club. Celtic Liverpool, yeah, or Celtic Arsenal might work. Celtic Arsenal, especially with some of the players that went from Celtic and the Irish connection and stuff like that.
On Celtic Liverpool as well.
But when Kenny left, when King Kenny left, there was a lot of Celtic fans who had the hump. But I think they.
What about Rangers? Man United?
No. Rangers would be Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Rangers Chelsea's the.
So why Ali's a Chelsea fan?
Yeah, exactly. Rangers Chelsea. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. Gabby, with Jack Everton taking on the Villa this weekend, would you wear a half and half scarf to show your support for Jack?
I wouldn't. No. No way. No way. It just don't feel right, does it?
No.
I feel like you support your team and then you should have a full Villa scarf on or a full Everton scarf on. Yeah, it don't make sense. And it's too early for scarves anyway.
What do you make of people when they go abroad wear the football kit? Is that acceptable?
What do you mean?
Kids, yeah.
What, on holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem with that.
But mate, I'm not sure. I'm not a grown man wearing a football kit on holiday and, down Spain, Benidorm or wherever. I'm not sure.
You're not sure about it?
Nah, you have a few bevies and someone comes out another pub and there you.
I know what you mean.
I don't think it's right.
Yeah.
Kids, fine, yeah, but no.
What age is kids finish?
Oh, I think
10.
I think if you're low teens, 13, 14, yeah. But once
that the cut off?
Getting an adult,
I'll tell my 17-year-old then.
He wears a Villa, does he?
No. I'll tell him he can't wear it on next holiday.
So he wears Villa.
No, he wasn't wearing Villa top, yeah. Well, I'll tell him. Alan Brazil said he's had word himself.
What age is he?
17.
Oh no. His time's up. After 2 weeks away, the Premier League is back, and talkSPORT is the place to be.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
Ange is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager. In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in.
It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, and he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed.
Domestic football back.
Yeah, we kick off with big Ange's return. Away to Arsenal, 12:30 tomorrow lunchtime. I've seen the paper today. I think it's the Sun. Ange says, oh, no, I knew ages ago before I was sacked. I was on my way.
Yeah, I mean, you hear whispers, don't you, in football clubs? He must have known. And like you said, Al, second season he wins the trophy, so no one can say a word to him.
Yeah, Adrian Dunham is then back for Around the Grounds and 5 Premier League games at 3 o'clock. And there's even more with Brentford against Chelsea, a talkSPORT exclusive at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, West London derby. Gab, how excited are you about the Premier being back? Adrian will be delighted. He's lost without football. Quick word on Everton Villa. What happens if you don't score a goal again?
I know. The longer you don't score, Al, you become a bit of a laughing stock, don't you? He goes to 4 games without scoring.
What has happened? Villa was so good last year.
Yeah, I just think losing Asensio, Rashford, Jacob Ramsey's obviously gone, and the uncertainty.
Rashford, the great suspect.
Yeah.
He was a small part of Villa's,
Do you know what it is, though, Al? You still got Watkins there, you still got Rodgers there, who will come good, but I think sometimes when a transfer window's open, it can cause disruption. When players think, oh, I could go, or there could be a bid for me from Saudi, or this club's interested in me. I feel like that's affected Villa's.
Martinez, though, didn't you?
Yes. I feel like that's affected Villa's start of the season. Now the transfer window's closed. You know what players are available. Harvey Elliott, you may not start, you may come on. You got Sancho, Lindelof as well to add to squad depth. I think Aston Villa will be fine.
Why wouldn't you start? You're the bottom end from Liverpool. You starved the 21s. Why wouldn't you say in you go, son?
I would start him, but maybe the manager's looking at it and saying, how many days have you trained with the actual squad of players who have been away on international break? Maybe 2 days. Maybe I'll bring you on 60 minutes. It's very rare new signing starts. So Isak won't start. He's not played much football start of the season. So Aston Villa will be fine. Tough game. Obviously, Jack Grealish is going to be at it. Had a good rest.
Will the Villa players, will they give Jack a bit,
Oh, yeah. Of course you do. Even though a lot of them will be friends with him from his time at Aston Villa. Once you're on that pitch, you'll be trying to kick your mate, and then after the game, you'll have a chat and you'll have a hug or whatever. But during the game, I'm sure Matty Cash at right back, or if it's Concert right back, will be trying to kick him and try and put him off his game.
Yeah. So looking at it, Forest to Arsenal, it's a tough start, isn't it? Ooh. So coming up, Ange is all over the back pages. What kind of reception is he going to get at the Arsenal tomorrow? Yeah, they'll give him a bit, won't they? Live on talkSPORT, don't forget that. From both sets of fans. What do you mean both sets? The Forest fans will take them. We'll discuss that next.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about trophies. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Few gladiators out in the Ryder Cup, that is for sure. And that big fight, Crawford against Canelo, is going to be a cracker, isn't it?
4 a.m., isn't it? Sunday.
Why are we playing this piece of music to start off your Friday morning from the brilliant Gladiator? I liked Gladiator 2 as well. Not as good as the first one, but still good.
Yeah.
Today's German film composer and music producer Hans Zimmer. His 68th birthday. Happy birthday, Hans. Not far off that Zimmer frame now. Hold on a minute, Ed. He's like 2 years older than me. What's going on here?
Nothing wrong with a Zimmer frame, Al. We get you around.
My wife's 68. She love that I am.
Your wife older than you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, I met her playing. She was playing bridge. Hans Zimmer's also done the score for Inception, Interstellar, Oppenheimer, The Dark Knight, and the Dune series. There you go. Can you name a few composers, Gab?
No, don't start, please.
What?
Mozart.
Yes.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Who's the one that I went and saw in Frankfurt, was it? Well, in that village.
It wasn't one of them.
It was a really good one, though.
Was it?
Yeah, I went and saw his, where he worked.
Don't give me.
I swear to you. I like that music, man.
John Williams, he's good.
John.
Martina.
Who's the best, though?
Ooh.
Mozart.
I think, no, you're going back too long. I think Zimmer is right up there with one of the best.
Why am I going back too long? So there's a cut-off.
Oh,
there's a cut-off where you can wear football tops.
Give me one of Mozart's pieces.
I've got loads that I can get. I haven't got my phone with my Mozart music on.
Ridiculous.
I'll come back to you on that.
Mozart's
a legend, Alan. Come on.
Let's look now at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Tell you what, you would go to the opening of an envelope, you would. Where were you yesterday in Canary Wharf? Tell the truth.
I was at the BGC Charity Day. Actually,
we started that about 30 years ago. We
text Al yesterday because I was across the road from his Canary Wharf gaff.
Oh.
Residence, actually.
Residence, sorry, darling. Sorry, Daddy. But I was there and he was in my neck of the woods, so we missed each other.
Oh, really?
Planned.
He pied me, blocked me.
He did, bless him.
Double tipped.
Why playing that song? Well, transfer Tinder back? Or?
Oh, it's a 10-year anniversary.
10 years?
It's 10 years married.
I've just watched The Count of Monte Cristo. I reckon Jamie feels like that, your hubby.
What's that?
What is that?
What's the mind of Monte Cristo?
It's history. Alexander.
That's where you've lost it.
What year? What year, Al?
Oh, it's French Revolution, Napoleon time.
Napoleon, okay.
Where he gets wrongly imprisoned on Chateau d'If, just off Marseille, and then he comes back and I'm not going to give out.
No, please keep telling us.
Keep that. We're interested.
He finds a treasure and he comes back to get to the baddies who put him in jail. It's good.
Interesting. So why would that be her husband?
Because he was in jail for 10 years.
What's the plans tonight then? 10 years?
Oh, you know.
French restaurant.
18 holes. He's got to golf.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a great day yesterday with boys from Glencar. Jamie might know them. They're based in St Albans.
Well, funnily
Real
enough,
good guys.
Jamie's at Brocket Hall. That's where you were, right?
Yesterday, yeah, I didn't see him.
Yeah, he's at Brocket Hall. I'm surprised I didn't see
What
him.
today?
Married to Brocket Hall.
It's beautiful there, and it's a shame because it was showery yesterday, and when it came down, it poured.
Yes, it did.
And we've got another one today up at Herefordshire.
Yeah.
Hertfordshire, Broxbourne.
Close.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Knows all his history.
I've not been. I don't think I've been to this one before, and they tell me it's lovely as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
There's some lovely courses around there. I mean, they really, really are. I get it now. Like, I wish I had the
golf bug.
Oh, if you were at home then doing the kids, then I would go and do the golf, wouldn't I? But how are we going to work that out?
No. Anyway, what we got?
Back pages all focused on our pal, Big Ange Postecoglou. I'm delighted he's back. You know, I think he's good value.
He said today because he managed Celtic. He was on the way.
Yeah, he said that. I mean, some of his quotes are and because he managed Celtic, but he seems like he seems like a good man.
Yes,
as well. You know, that's important to mention. This blooming day and age, he's a good person. Back page of the Times, the picture of him holding up the Forest shirt, saying, "I want to win trophies here." The sun is going for Ange. I knew I'd be axed, but he kept quiet to avoid spoiling the Europa League party. Some of the quotes are brilliant, and actually had that wit about him yesterday. Also, he's like frosty and spiky at the same time. He takes no nonsense. He takes no prisoners.
I wonder how he feels now that Daniel's gone. Yes. Daniel Levy's gone. You know, how does he feel about it? Should I have hung about a wee bit longer?
Well, you would have if you could.
You know what I mean? So Daniel pushed him, and then Daniel get pushed, it appears.
But did Daniel push him, or did he come from above Daniel? You don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Jordan said.
I mean, that's the thing as well, Alan. I mean, a lot of people seem to think that there's this relationship between Ange Postecoglou and Marinakis. He said, I don't really know the guy. I've only met him a couple of times, and when he phoned him to offer the job, he was taking the job. Everyone thinks because they're both Greek, that's it. You know, they come as a pair, and you know this has been brewing for quite some time.
He's won the Europa League, hasn't he? So Marinakis is saying, I want trophies at Nottingham Forest. A manager who wins trophies within 2 seasons makes sense, doesn't it?
Do you think that there's still a little bit of disrespect on Ange?
No. I thought last season he won the Europa League, but his Premier League record was shocking. I mean, losing 22 Premier League games, not getting to 40 points. I know it's hard for you to hear that from Shaban.
Dreadful, yeah. And as were Man United, let's be honest.
100%, yeah.
But
let's not forget, though, what he done at Celtic. That's what I think some people forget, how successful he was.
And how he won that in his first season. He said, I won the double.
Exactly.
You know, he said, I don't need 2 seasons to be successful, but everywhere Ange has gone, he's had success. So good luck to him at Forest. Some of the quotes have been brilliant. He said he made no secret that he wanted to go straight back into management. He joked to his wife that the only birthday present he wanted for his 60th was to get another job. He spoke about being sacked by Spurs. He said it was tough. It's never happened to me before because everywhere I've been a success. Marinakis, we know he's bold. We know he's fiery. We know how he feels. He makes that very, very clear. Ange will have to impress straight away, right?
Definitely. It doesn't get much tougher going to Arsenal, does it?
But Shabani, there's so many players there. I think I saw last night that Jota has gone to Turkey, signed for a Turkey side. So he's probably looked already and thought, this is a player that I'm not sure about. And he's got to look at other players in that squad and get used to playing a different style. They've got so many new signings in the transfer window.
You see a different style. Can he play a different style, Ange?
But he started to kind of tighten up, didn't he? Yeah. And towards the end of the time at Spurs in the Premier League, he started to see these games where he was making tactical changes and tightening up. So maybe he will go forward with that.
I think a great coach, a great manager is you look at the players you've got at your disposal and then you work around them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the best system to play with what you've got in front of you?
So you'd encourage him to adapt?
I would, yeah. I'd look at the players and think this is the best way to get the best out of the players, yeah.
And this owner is not forgiving.
Good players.
If it's not working, you won't be scared to sack Ange in the first season either.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't mess about this chairman, the owner. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, you're back a wee bit.
See you in a bit.
Right, what we got? We got loads coming up, haven't we? Tonight, Ipswich, Sheffield United.
What a game that is.
Ipswich have to win. I'm sorry, they have to win.
So does Sheffield United.
Ipswich haven't won the first 4 games since the relegation back to the Championship. I didn't expect that. I disagreed with favourites to win it. I went, no, you can't lose your best 2 players and be favourites to win it. But I didn't expect to have a poor start like that, so we need a win tonight. And then, of course, looking ahead to Arsenal Forest, great game. Brentford Chelsea's a good game as well. That won't be easy for Chelsea. And Saints Pompey, Steve-O, will be on Sunday. That is a big...
You know what's crazy, well? No one's really excited and talking about the Manchester derby because it hasn't got the same pull as it used to.
Well, Pep will be thinking, I can't lose here. It must be because he's having a hard time, Pep.
Yeah, but we're talking more about West Ham Spurs as a derby game than Manchester United Manchester City because it hasn't got the same pull because of how bad Manchester United are. It doesn't seem like a feisty derby to me at all.
But this could kickstart United season.
Could do.
Whereas if City get beat, it's doom and gloom.
Yes,
with Pep.
totally agree.
So, for both managers, it's massive. A big game. Shaban, thank you. And, see you before you go. Have a great night tonight. That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
It's only on 4 more times.
Coming up, we'll turn our attention to the Premier League and whether or not Isak will make his debut for Liverpool away at Burnley on Sunday. That's coming next.
The Back Page Review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Got a side hustle as a Pilates instructor? Stretch your budget with business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big 3 networks. For verification, see tescomobile.com/business.
Premier League's profit and sustainability rules are sold to us as financial fair play, a way to keep clubs from going bust. But there are those who feel it's starting to look a lot like a system that protects the big boys and keeps the rest in their lane. Here's how it works and why people feel that way. So clubs can only lose 105 million quid over 3 years, which sounds fair, but here's the kicker. Your limit includes how much you earn. So if you're one of the traditional top 6, you've got massive global revenue streams and you can spend way more while still technically following the rules. Meanwhile, ambitious clubs like Newcastle, Villa or Forest, well, they're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Newcastle might be backed by Saudi billions, but they just can't splurge the cash. Their commercial income isn't there yet. Last season, they won their first domestic trophy since 1955 and qualified for the Champions League, which you'd think would be a great springboard for them to go on and start building a team to challenge at the very top. But because of PSR restraints, they couldn't break their wage structure for a new Alexander Isak contract, and look what happened there. So what's the solution? Well, either loosen the reins so ambitious clubs can spend within their means, or cap spending based on something other than revenue. Otherwise, we're just watching the same 6 teams swapping silverware most seasons, and that, folks, ain't what the Premier League was built on.
Yep, this is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Yes, Oasis boys will be fuming with Gabby this morning, saying the Manchester derby doesn't matter as much as it used to be this morning. Is West Ham and Tottenham a more fierce rivalry?
100%. Don't worry.
03 717 22 33 44. Oh dear God.
I'll go through this though. Every time these two teams play each other, Villa Blues is bigger. Celtic Rangers a lot bigger. Do you know what I mean? More feisty. There's so many others. Chelsea, Spurs, Everton, Liverpool.
Oh, Gab.
There is, mate. I'm telling you.
There's trouble and
There's not, mate.
There is.
There's not. Telling you, mate. It's not. You don't feel it when you watch it anymore. The Manchester derby.
Well, Manchester fans, give us a shout on this. Gabby says.
Yeah, pick up the phone, mate, and phone us.
The rivalry's gone. He's saying it's now Liverpool, Man United, or City.
Liverpool, Man United's definitely bigger. 100%.
Well, we're from the Mancunians. Let's hear. Anyway, the Oasis boys will be fuming with you, Gabby. Right, is West Ham Tottenham a more fierce rivalry? The number 03717 22 4. If you want to have your say. Right, speaking of Oasis, time is now ticking. With under 2 weeks to go, enter now for your chance to win 25 grand, yet £25,000 and tickets to Oasis' final Wembley gig. Oh, it's our biggest comp yet. Don't look back in anger. For 25 grand and tickets, here's how you enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word OASIS to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Now, interesting. Five-time Premier League winner John Terry joined talkSPORT yesterday morning, and John claimed he hopes Liverpool can clinch another title. Have a listen to this.
I think it's theirs to lose, to be honest. I think they have a big motivation with the very sad loss of Diego Jota as well in the back of their minds as well. For that reason, I really hope Liverpool do it for that reason alone, Jim, to be honest. So I think they're the strongest side. I think Man City have shown vulnerability again this season. I'm not sure Chelsea have enough experience within their squad to push them. And also I don't want to put the pressure on the Chelsea squad as well. So I think it's Liverpool's to lose. And like I said, I wish them well for it.
Ooh, there you go. Interesting. Big Chelsea man as well.
I just think he's being honest.
Was he a Man United fan as a kid? Something's telling me he was, yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I'd be wrong.
Yeah, but he's being honest, Al. I'll just look at Liverpool and the Isak signing. I mean, they could play a front four if they wanted to. Salah, Gakpo, Isak and Ekitike, if they wanted to go all that attacking against some sides. That's scary.
I'm a big, I wouldn't say a big fan, but Ekitike
yeah.
are really, really, I think you give him service, get the right ball in the box, he scores.
Exactly.
I think he's got all pace, strength,
and
finish.
Imagine if you're on a slot, Al, and you're playing a tough Champions League game. You're playing Real Madrid on a Wednesday. All right, then.
Oh.
I'll choose Ekitike for that one.
Yeah.
And Isak, you're going to start against Everton on Saturday.
How would you feel about that, though, if you're playing Real Madrid, you're dropped, and they keep you for the derby against Everton?
What can you do? It's only Mo Salah who's going to be the player that starts in all of these games. Ekitike and Isak are going to split the game time. Ekitike wasn't cheap. I know he wasn't 130 million, but I'm sure he was 70 million odd. So he's going to definitely get game time. And then there might be games out where Ekitike plays off the left, Gakpo has a rest, and you play Isak, Ekitike and Salah. Honestly, it's going to be frightening watching Liverpool.
So you make them strong favourites to win?
I really do. And I feel like tomorrow, don't be surprised if Arsenal drop some points against Nottingham Forest. Easily could happen.
Okay, so let's stick with Liverpool. Crossover to COP TV host Alex Gilder-Trott. Alex, a very good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Alex.
Morning, chaps. How are we?
Good. Scary front three, that is, isn't it? Ekitike, Isak, Salah. Whoa, there's not much better than that.
Yeah, when you look at the options Liverpool have, it is scary. I think last season Liverpool had 6 options up front. Liverpool sold Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, as JT just mentioned there. The tragic passing of Diogo meant that Liverpool was short in that position. So when people said, they don't need Isak, they've got Ekitike. Well, when Ekitike came off, I've been to every game this season, especially against Palace in the Community Shield. There was no kind of focal point up top. So on the left, you've got Gakpo, the boy Rio. I mean, what an introduction that was. Newcastle away.
Yes.
You've got Gakpo, Ekitike can play there as well. And then through the middle, Isak, and then on the right, Salah and Chiesa. So there's options, and you need options to win more than one trophy. So that's what Liverpool have equipped themselves to do this year.
There's so many games that Liverpool are going to play. There's going to be a lot of rotation. But do you see going forward to fit Szoboszlai in a team that he could continue at right back? Because I look at Liverpool's best midfield and I say, is it Gravenberch, McAllister and Wirtz as a free rather than Szoboszlai?
It's a catch-22. It's some headache to have, by the way, because Szoboszlai plays 2 games in his life at right back and gets man of the match in both of them. So you think, well, how can he be dropped? And I think Wirtz, we're going to see him start picking it up. He has to in the next 2 to 3 games. I think at Burnley, maybe he does get that space in between the kind of defence and the attack to do his business. But again, how can you drop Szoboszlai? I mean, he had a blinder for Hungary the other day as well, so I don't see how you can drop him. I think the midfield that won the league last season, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and McAllister, is so balanced. You've got a bit of everything there. So for Wirtz to come in and displace Szoboszlai is a big thing. But again, Arne Slot's there with a couple of really good headaches to have as a manager. But at the minute, can you drop him at right back? Boys, I'm not sure you can.
No,
Alex, who would your biggest challenger be? Would it be Arsenal or would it be City? Would it be Chelsea?
I think it's going to be Arsenal. I mean, we look at Chelsea, still defensively, there's some question marks. City's team are another year older. Again, they don't have that fear factor that when you stand next to them in the tunnel, you look at the kind of names and how tall they are. They just don't have that anymore. So I think it will be Arsenal again, but if Arsenal are the challengers, the main ones for Liverpool, you saw how just about Liverpool got over the line against them. They went for it a little bit more than Arsenal did in that last game. So if it is Arsenal, then good in a way, because we've just beat them, so we know what to expect.
Do you know what scares me, mate, is there's going to be games where there's going to be so much rotation. Maybe not as much with Mo Salah, because I don't think he ever accepts rotation, does he, Mo? But Gakpo, Ekitike and Isak, 3 of them between 2 positions, they have a lot of rotations. But it's scary to see the games where Ekitike will play off the left, Isak down the middle and Salah. I mean, please don't let that be against Aston Villa, mate, because I'm scared already.
Listen, man,
wow.
Villa have beaten us a few times over the years, so I'm sure you won't mind it. But they need to start winning themselves, Gabby,
I know, mate.
When they play Liverpool. But yeah, I think what you saw last season as well, Gakpo and Diaz, people said, oh, how can you have both of them in the team? How can they be happy with getting the same amount of minutes, really? You look at their stats, they scored 19 each in all comps last year. So there is space, there's affordability to just keep rotating. Like you say, keep everyone fresh. You've got 4 competitions to try and win. Keep everyone fresh and happy at the same time.
Alex, nice one. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, Alex.
Great. The Premier's back.
Man.
Alex
All the
Gill's
best,
a
boys.
trot there. Gabby, just a brief one. How did Burnley go about this? Are they just going to get behind the ball and frustrate and try and nick one?
I think that's what they've done in the Championship. They're the best defensive record. They've got to get everyone behind the ball. I'll be physical. Hopefully they have some typical Burnley conditions. Whenever we played Burnley, it was a storm. It was rain. It was wind. It was horrible. They've got to be physical. They've got to have a bit of luck as well. And hopefully can you nick a goal off a set piece. But it's going to be a difficult afternoon because Liverpool, for me, so many options they've got out. I mean, you can start, can't you, Ekitike? Isak comes on after 65 minutes. Gakpo, you got there as well. Salah is going to be hungry as well to catch Ekitike, who's Liverpool's top goal scorer this season in the Premier League. Salah won't want that.
He'll come back, don't
Exactly, so it's going to be tough for Burnley, definitely.
Coming up 6:45, still to come on Breakfast, Ed.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Now, I'm not trying to wind you up. 03717223344. Let us know. Gabby says West Ham Tottenham is a bigger tie now than the Manchester derby because United are so poor. Do you agree with that one? Get in touch, let us know. And also, we want your thoughts on half and half scarves. Are they ever acceptable at a game? Are they a nice souvenir or an embarrassment to the game? Gabby is his Everton Villa one ready for the weekend. We love you, Jack. He'll be cheering on Jack. That was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
To 7 o'clock. Here we go, Friday morning. Gabby alongside me. Now, what do we know about this Friday morning? The EFL is considering adding eliminator round to the Championship playoff. Here we go. Why do they keep changing?
Leave it alone. Come on.
With 6 teams taking part. That would mean the team finishing 5th would play the 8th place team, and 6th taking on 7th in one-off matches, with the highest placed team based on league positions playing at home. Or give us a break.
Just stop.
This is not just football. This is money. Yeah. It's all about money.
Stop. I don't agree with that.
The teams in 3rd and 4th would then face the winners of these games for place in the final.
No.
Yeah, give us a break.
No. Let's move on swiftly, Al. Don't give it airtime.
Anthony Joshua's promoter, Eddie Hearn. We spoke to Eddie's dad yesterday, didn't we, Barry? Eddie Hearn joined the boys on Drive yesterday. Apparently, AJ and Fury, it could really be on.
He's gone through a little bit of soul-searching after the Dubois fight, if I'm honest, and then the disappointment of getting the injury to the elbow, and he had to have an operation on there. The last 2 weeks, he's really turned the switch, and he's ready to go back into training camp. So, I've noticed that change. When I saw that on Instagram yesterday, I loved it, because you can't win. People say, AJ he's not outspoken enough, he doesn't call people out, and then when he does call people out, it's like, well, what's AJ doing? Why has he been like that? So I think he's just reached the stage of his career where he's like, look, I'm going to tell you how it is. I want to punch Tyson Fury's head in. Let's make the fight.
I think this fight, if it can be made, is all about what frame of mind, not AJ's in, Tyson's in.
Yeah.
Does Tyson want to come back in the ring? He'll be embarrassed. Not embarrassed, but he'll be gutted.
I was listening out yesterday.
He's lost the number one.
Yeah, but
twice he's lost him, hasn't he?
But it's boxing, isn't it, Al? Like, the up-and-coming boxers are better now than Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. And I heard Eddie Hearn say there's a good chance Anthony Joshua fights first against a top 20 boxer in Africa, looking at maybe Ghana in January. And then maybe next summer is the Fury fight. So I think both fighters will have a warm-up fight, because they've been out the ring for more than a year.
Yeah.
They can't just go straight into a blockbuster fight. But Tyson Fury, he loves money, Al. He'll come back for a big payday.
Got loads of money.
Yeah, but maybe he wants more.
And AJ's got loads of money.
Well, maybe he wants more. What's enough money?
Why do you want more than 100 million?
But why not?
No.
Why not 150?
No, that's greedy, Gabby.
No, it's not.
Greedy.
Why is it?
You're a Christian upbringing. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Why not? Extra 50 million?
No, what does that get you? Another nice car?
What car is it, Al?
Well, no, but another Rolls Royce, another Bentley, or you can't have. You can only drive one at a time. Gabby.
That's like saying why do players go to Saudi Arabia in their career? They're going for the money. Why not?
Yeah, but that's different. They don't have 100 million. The players, the top stars do. Yeah, but the players that are going to Saudi don't.
But say Ronaldo would have had a lot more than 100 million before he went to Saudi.
Yeah, but he's 40. He probably thought, why not? It's easy money.
I just think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, they'll want that fight because it's what people have wanted for 10 years. And also, could it be their last big payday?
See, the one thing you got to be careful with Tyson is here. People say Tyson's a spent force, but who is beating Tyson? Think about it. Isak is a freak.
Yeah.
He's a freak. You know, Tyson, if he gets in great shape again.
Of course, yeah.
He'll be hard to beat.
Of course, yeah. But you wouldn't back. Would you back him against up-and-coming Moses Itomo?
Well, Moses...
You wouldn't want to fight him out.
You know, for me, he's the most exciting fight on the planet.
Speed, power, everything.
I was going to say, would he get to Tyson? Because Tyson's massive compared to him.
Yeah,
but,
I think he would.
Yeah,
Usyk did.
Yeah. No, he did, you're right. Okay, it's coming up 6:53. Time now for this.
Let me blow your mind. They wanna make a crank a make you shake a haters wanna come after me. You ain't a gangster.
Your favourite out this is?
I like a bit of Gwen.
Gwen.
Yeah. Was it No Doubt? Is that a band? No Doubt? Or was
No
that
Doubt.
a single?
I'm not sure. No Doubt, no.
No Doubt, Ed. Yeah, yes, yes. See, you two are murdered, honestly.
Gwen.
Here's me ancient.
What's a tune now?
Right, Shabana's back. What you got, Gwen?
It's not Gwen. It's Eve.
Is this not?
It's Gwen Stefani.
It's not.
It's both
Gwen
of them.
Stefani.
I think it's both of them together.
It's Eve, and listen to this. Eve's a big fan of you.
This is Eve, yeah, but it's a bit of both out. I think this is both of them.
Eve, play the tape, Zach. Gabby is your biggest fan.
Oh, Gabby,
right?
yes.
He's 90s, noughties clubs era.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's Alan Brazil, who's like Rod Stewart only.
I love it.
But I
love that. That's a good clash.
I mean, you have to big up Team Gabby today because we're going to be playing your tunes now, Eve.
Team Gabby, what's up?
She was Team
What's
Gabby.
up, Eve? What's up, man? How's it doing? How's it going?
Let's perk you up, that.
That's made my day out.
That's a bit of that, Gabby.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Good to see you in the clubs.
Hey, old Adam and Eve here. Get in there, Adam.
That make you happy, Gabby?
Yeah, it has, yeah. I'm blushing a bit here.
She had
Big fan now when I was in my early teens. Eve, superstar.
I don't know.
Pardon?
You do. You don't let me blow your mind.
No.
You do well.
No, I don't. Gwen Stefani, I know.
Eve was a superstar, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, move on.
Married to a Chelsea fan now. And she was at the...
Was she English?
Well, she's been in Britain for about 10 years.
But she's a Yank, yeah?
Yeah, American.
Yes, of course. Yeah, she's American. But she's been here for 11 years.
Seems lovely.
She was a very, very nice woman. Lots of celebrities down at the BGC Charity Day yesterday.
We started all that. Don't worry.
It's an amazing day because I had never been to anything like that before. Just to remind you, if you don't know what it is, it's in memory of the 9/11 terrorist attacks at the BGC office.
They're the parent company of Cantor Fitzgerald.
This is it, and they lost 714 colleagues that day. In the North Tower, and many of them were communicating to their colleagues in the London office through the squawk box.
I tell you who else does a big one. ICAP do one. Michael Spencer, they do a big one as well.
Yeah.
But they raise hundreds of millions, which is brilliant.
Amazing.
So many millions.
A friend of mine, Tony Verrier, was one of the big bosses there, and David Buick. Going back, David's great, and so I've done the show a few times down there.
Yeah, they were all asking for you yesterday. Lots of people who just love talkSPORT, all in that office. And
Asa, he's a trader down there. Asa, good guy.
You know them all. To Joel
big
and Nick. Okay, Joel and Nick who looked after us yesterday. They were absolutely excellent. Eve asking for our Gabby as
Thanks,
well.
Eve.
Tom Hardy was there. AJ was there.
Legend.
Gareth Southgate was there.
Boo.
Sending his love to you too.
Boo.
Graham Potter was there.
You say boo?
No.
You did.
You're hearing things.
Said boo there.
No, I did not.
What's wrong with Sir Gareth?
I didn't say that. I didn't say
He
boo.
said boo.
Did not.
Ed, yes, Ed's confirmed.
Ed, what does Ed know, mate?
Sorry, you were
He's lovely, by the way.
It's
Sir Gareth
charming.
Southgate. Well, he does such a nice job, and he's just so sweet to everybody. Listen, he didn't speak to me, that's for sure. Something the Stars were talking about yesterday, Alan, was over celebrating after Tyrrell Hatton went a bit too far, getting sick on himself and falling asleep following his Ryder Cup.
Look, he told us that. No one knew about it. He told us.
No, it was funny and actually something that Big John Fisher can relate to. Have a listen to this.
Listen, I don't ever get drunk when I'm out. I get drunk at home. And one night, my family had to carry me up the stairs, and it was guiding me up there saying there was chicken balls up there. So that's what, because I'm a big lump, as you can see.
No.
So it's very hard to get me up there. I was laying on the floor. You've got to do it every now and again, but I always do it at home because I know I'm safe and I'm not going to bring grief to anyone else.
By the way, he must have a big family. How'd you get him up the stairs?
He's at big unit, and to be fair, he was running late for the flight yesterday to get to Vegas because he was doing so many of the tradings on the floor. He was brilliant crack. Also Olympian.
Boy as well.
Yeah,
Lovely
Johnny
family.
Fisher was there as well.
Yes.
They were a really good bunch. Olympian and Gladiator, Toby Alubi was there, and he needs some help from you two. Here we go.
But I'm a loyal man, and I just have to back my team as much as possible, which also means I'm a loyal partner. So ladies out there, come on.
Wait a minute, have you just used talkSPORT to find a date?
I definitely did. I definitely did that just now.
Well, unfortunately, Transfer Tinder is closed on talkSPORT, but what kind of profile are we looking for here? We can help. Alan Brazil and Gabby Agbonlahor can help.
Ooh, what kind of...
What's the profile?
She has to be into sport, definitely, because that's all of me. Someone who I can play football with. So I'm talking about five-a-side. I need a striker. That's what I need. I'm a midfielder. I can do all the play, but I need someone I can pass it to, and I know that they're going to score a goal for me.
Okay, well, Toby, I have bad news. I'm actually married.
Oh, no.
Poor Toby.
Poor Toby.
He just gave himself abroad.
Toby, what was he in?
He was a gladiator, gladiators, but he's also an Olympian as well.
He wasn't in the movie, no.
No, he wasn't in the movie, he was on the telly. And
He's asking for a lot.
Seems a nice guy.
Just looking for someone to finish.
Pardon?
Well, he's looking for a striker.
Someone to finish.
Yeah. He said he was looking for a striker.
Any
so if you
idea,
guys can help.
McCoist.
If I was him and giving some advice, I would say...
He's not finished, Ali.
Oh. I would say go abroad, Shaban. Get yourself to Spain and find someone.
Does your partner like sports?
What one?
No.
And what sport?
No, she does not. No. Dislikes it, to be honest.
Just
yes. Does she trust you, Gab?
Oh, stop it.
Pardon?
Right, moving on, 7 o'clock.
Was held in 1927, where a Great Britain team arrived by boat to play in Massachusetts at the Worcester Country Club. Originally, the competition comprised of 4 foursomes and 8 singles, with 4 balls not introduced until 1963. In the first 22 editions, when it was just Brits and Irish against the US, America only lost 3. So, in 1979, in came the rest of Europe, including the future 5-time Ryder Cup winner, Seve Ballesteros. Since Team Europe was established, the head-to-head reads Europe 13, USA 9. Home advantage is a big deal. Europe's last away win was the miracle at Medina in 2012, and America hasn't won on European soil since '93 at the Belfry. It's accepted that both teams tailor their home courses to suit their own players. For example, in Paris in 2018, Thomas Bjorn asked for the rough to be kept extra long beyond the green to target the big booming American drives. 10 years earlier, Paul Azinger did the opposite, and the Valhalla rough was trimmed right down. On both occasions, the home side were resounding winners. So what about the money? The most recent Ryder Cup in Rome drew in a record 271,000 spectators and boosted the Italian economy by €262 million. In the US, the PGA America TV deal with NBC is worth $440 million. But no Ryder Cup revenue has ever gone directly to individual players. That's until now. In 2025, for the first time ever, the US team will each receive a fee for playing in New York. Of course, in Rome, legend has it Patrick Cantley refused to wear his cap because he wasn't being paid to wear it, though he insisted it simply didn't fit. Either way, Team Europe have made it clear they're more than happy to keep playing for the sheer thrill, joy and prestige of the Ryder Cup.
girl. La 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 la. This is Eve. Who's that girl? Fit you well?
No one I've never heard of her.
Old school R&B, early 2000s.
Who's that girl? Eurythmics, yeah. Who's that girl?
Yes. See, you get it.
I get that. I don't get this.
Oh, okay. We'll get you into it, mate.
No, you won't.
Ali loves it.
Oh, well, he would do, wouldn't he? Ali thinks he's like 22 again. talkSPORT's Breakfast with me, Alan Brazil, and Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Now, on the way this morning, we're going to be building up to the return of the Premier League with a whole host of big names, so stick around to hear. We'll talk to Rennie about the Manchester derby, Bobby Zamora, of course West Ham Spurs, Robert Huth and Paul Dickoff as well, City United. We'll have this week's Curse of the Commentator, and we're joined by Little Sam with his cowboy boots on, and we're giving the listeners a chance to ask Jeannie Gab for a wish this morning. 03717 223344 to your phone.
Nice.
Open WhatsApp and send us a voice note to Gab. All you need to do is ask Jeannie Gab to grant your wish. It doesn't need to be sport related, so the funnier the better, and we'll find out around 8:45 if your dreams will come true. But before all that, just 95 days after being sacked by Spurs, Big Ange is back in the dugout with Forest tomorrow. I just looked earlier about Forest's games, Gab.
Yeah.
So Arsenal's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tricky one. Then it's Swansea away League Cup, Burnley away in the Premier, Betis away in the Europa League. That's not easy. Then they've got Sunderland home.
That won't be easy.
Midtjylland in the Europa League at home, and then Newcastle away. So it's a funny old few games coming up for them. Anyway, they're all difficult now in the Premier, aren't they? So here we go. Ange sat down with talkSPORT's Max Scott yesterday. Let's have a listen.
And you said in your interview with the club that was released last night, you said, I love my teams to attack, score goals. This is sometimes misconstrued as me playing one way. Why do you think people feel that way? And what are they missing?
They're missing everything because they're not watching what I do, you know. And, I do love my teams to attack. I do love my teams to score goals. But the one constant in my career is that everywhere I've been, I've won things. So, and sometimes that's taken... it's all done in a slightly different way. With the principles are all the same. But I'm never going to go away from, I want my teams to play football that's exciting and gets people talking. And for you guys, I'm sure you don't want to see, 20 teams all playing the same way. What's the point? So, from my perspective, I always try and do things a little bit differently.
It's interesting when you think about this Forest side he's inherited. They're good at the back, aren't they? They work for each other and very, very quick on the breakaway.
Of course they are. I mean, they lost Alanga, but they brought in Hutchinson, who's a talented player.
I really like him.
He's got to get into that side as well.
Don't get me wrong, this is a step up in the Premier, but I like Hutchinson.
And also McAtee, very good player.
Yeah.
Obviously not very fast, but technical, get into tight spaces, make things happen, find passes for Hudson-Odoi as well. And another season where you expect Chris Wood as well to kick on like he did last season. So they've got a very good side, and it might take him 5-6 games, Alan, to get his points across to these players, how he wants to play. But with the group of players that they have, Nottingham Forest, I'm sure they'll be in and around the European places again.
Right, let's get the thoughts of the Forest writer at The Athletic. Good morning to Paul Taylor. Paul,
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very good, Paul. Just listening to Ange there, you happy what you're hearing at the big fella, the big Aussie?
Do you know what? He made a really positive first impression. As press conferences go, he sat for 45 minutes and answered everything that was thrown at him in a really confident and upbeat manner. The man he replaced, Nuno Espirito Santo, was not always the most revealing in his press conferences. He was a really friendly guy when the microphones were off, but once they were on, he became quite a cautious, guarded figure. And it's ironic that one of the few times when he came out with a really interesting line in one of his press conferences was when he kind of talked himself out of his job. But, Nuno's gone, Nuno's been replaced, and, we all have maybe slightly mixed feelings about that because he'd done an excellent job, but that era's over and Ange Postecoglou has started his in a really, really positive fashion. I think as first impressions go, he's made a pretty good one.
I'm just looking at it's difficult, as the Premier games are difficult, but it's a tricky old start. Arsenal away is a real hard game, okay? But Ray Parlour yesterday said, ooh, I fancied Arsenal, but I'm not so sure now, new manager. I went, we'll see. Swansea away League Cup. Does the League Cup, is it that important now? Burnley away Premier, then Betis, which is not easy, Europa League. Sunderland home, Midtjylland and Euro, and then Newcastle away. So it's a mixed bag here to open. And I think, Andrew, look at that. You want to get off to a good start as a new manager, don't you? You want to get a bit of success early doors just to settle the ship.
The curious thing for him is that, as he said himself, he kind of said hello to the City Ground yesterday because he's not going to see it again for a little while.
Yeah.
The first four games are away, and he's got to ensure that they do a good job on the road. I'm not. It sounds daft, but I'm not sure the opposition is entirely important. I think what's important is that he gets his message across very quickly. He's only had a few days on the training ground this week to try and implement his ideas and ethos, which, let's face it, are going to be very different from Nuno's. There's going to be a different style of play, a different mentality, and a big core of the squad have been away on international duty, so that most of them only came back yesterday. So effectively, he'll have today to try and prepare his new squad for a new approach, a new mentality, a new style of play to play Arsenal away. Good luck to him with that. I think, as Gabby kind of hinted at earlier, it's going to take 3, 4, 5 games for him to get his ideas in place and get Forest even close to properly functioning how he wants under the new Ange Ball era.
I think as well, this game on the weekend, I mean, tomorrow, live on talkSPORT, Forest fans want to see an identity, don't they? But the result, it's not a free hit, but you don't expect Forest to go and get a result because Arsenal have won their last 6 home games against Forest in all competitions, and 19-2 is the score in aggregate. So it doesn't look promising for Nottingham Forest, but I'm sure Nottingham Forest fans won't judge him after one game.
Do you know what? It'll be really interesting because what Forest have got is a team that I think, as Alan mentioned, that they are very strong defensively. They've got probably one of the best centre-back pairings in Milenkovic and Murillo in the Premier League, and
yes,
how he handles that situation as a manager who traditionally likes to play with a bit of a higher line is going to be interesting, because while that would suit Murillo perfectly, Milenkovic might be a slightly different kettle of fish. He's an old school head it and kick it, aggressive defender, and is he going to be capable of perhaps running back to goal more often than he's used to? If he does get players in behind him, I'm going to be interested to see how that works out. But I wonder if when he goes to Arsenal this weekend, if he doesn't change things too much and doesn't perhaps play with as much of a higher line as he traditionally has with his Tottenham side in recent years, it will be really interesting to see how much of his ethos he tries to implement straight away, because that could be difficult if they try and change their defensive outlook.
A good battle as well, Paul Anderson against Rice, who were so good together, for England.
I've been really impressed with Anderson. He's definitely been, without exaggerating, one of the best signings of the modern era for Nottingham Forest. They effectively got him for £15 million, with Odi Vlachodimos part of the deal for £20 million in an overall £35 million deal. And what a bargain that is. He deserves his place. He's earned it, and he is good enough to thrive on that level. He is brilliant. He's an all round.
I think he can play anywhere as well. One of them players where you could put him at right back and he'd be very good. You could put him on the left wing, he'd be very good. He's got everything, hasn't he? He can score a goal. He can dribble with the ball. He can get a tackle in. He can get box to box. He's got it all, hasn't he?
I don't know what Ange's thoughts on it are, because we haven't had the chance to ask him about it, but Nuno always thought, he said he didn't know whether he was a 6, an 8 or a 10. Yeah. He thought he was all of them, like you say. You could slot him into any role in midfield. They signed him as a left winger effectively. They wanted him to play on the left side of the 3, and instead what he's established himself as is by far the best central midfielder at the club, all in a very short space of time. I guess
Paul, it should be a cracking game. I'm looking forward to it, really am, and I'm sure both managers are. I think Arsenal, Liverpool, you think are going to win, so Arsenal can't afford to drop too far behind. So from Mikel's point of view, I know it'll be difficult, but Arsenal at home are really tough. So we look forward to it. Paul, listen, great to talk. Thank you, Paul. Soon. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you, Paul Taylor there from The Athletic. Right, coming up. Why have Newcastle United taken tickets away from school children? What? I did read a little bit of this. We'll find out next.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans that's done by the fans.
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Okay, 7:21, talkSPORT Friday morning. Gab's alongside me now. Cracking debate on Drive yesterday. Have a listen to this. Former Premier League striker Dan Bent was asked who he'd rather stay on a desert island with, the Moose, Cundy, or a certain breakfast presenter. Let's find out what he said.
I would probably go Cundy. It'd be quite good to be.
Cundy will be great fun.
I like all of them, but I'd go probably Cundy.
Yeah, who's last on that list?
Oh, I don't know about all that.
Why?
I don't know. Do you know what? I'd probably say last on this would be Big Al, and the only reason I say Big Al,
he's doing nothing.
No, it's because I've not spent any time with him hardly. But as Moose, I've spent a lot of time with him.
Okay, but also Big Al's just going to sit there and moan, isn't he?
It'd be funny, I think.
Yeah, it'd be funny, but he's not helping you if you need to build.
Well, is Cundy going to help you though?
Yeah, of course he will.
Okay, imagine we've got to run from something. He can't run. So what do we do?
Brazil can't, and Moose.
No, Moose can run.
Who's winning that race? Moose, Cundy, and Brazil, 100 metres. Who's winning that?
Moose.
Is anyone finishing that?
Yeah, Moose. Got all full.
How long do you think it would take Alan Brazil to run 100 metres? Honestly,
he was quite quick in his day, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that's 50 years ago.
Would you?
Well, it's probably about 50 years ago.
What do you reckon? At what time?
I don't think he could finish it in under a minute.
Yes, of course he would.
Honestly, I don't think he could.
He would.
I don't think he could.
What? We'll put it to the test. Charity.
Yeah.
That's him. Not Benny, the other idiot.
I counted 7 digs there.
All he used to do was run in the mirror. Wasn't it?
I counted.
Kidding on he's a pop star or a snooker player.
I counted 7
or
digs
a pool
there
player
from,
or a darts player. He's Benny played the game.
Yeah, that was not nice from Andy, mate. I like Goldstein.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't like him saying that.
Honestly, he sits there like Robinson Crusoe. He should be on the island, shouldn't he? Numpty.
Oh, brilliant.
Anyway, ignore them. Why are we playing this anyway? This is the number one show with the biggest listening audience, and you idiots are playing them too. Not Bentley, that other tube.
He was in a good mood as well.
Ask me
to ruin his
next time,
mood,
right? What do you say? I'm always whinging. I'm not always whinging. I have a bottle. I have a great life. I've got a better life than him. Crikey.
Yeah, but you moan about things that need moaning about, don't you, to make things better?
Yeah, because I get it done.
Yeah.
I don't pussyfoot about like Goldstein, do I? Hey? He worries himself sick about next time he's going to shave his beard.
Oh, God.
That's what we call a proper tube. Right, here we go. Shaban is back with us for a bit of fun.
Proper version, Al.
It's an interesting story, this one is. Shaban, what do you reckon to this? We're talking about a private school in Dundee, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, let's find out what side of the fence you're on here. Newcastle United have cancelled 45 tickets given to school children from Dundee to attend the Champions League fixture, Newcastle against Barcelona on the 18th of September, because of backlash from their regular match-going fans. So the school group are from the High School of Dundee. They were going to make a 200-mile trip to St James's Park. They'd purchased the tickets in good faith after being approached to buy them. So they got 45 tickets, and then all this pressure came from the Newcastle fan supporters group. Said it stung that this group had received tickets when you get thousands of actual fans queuing online to get tickets for every weekend.
Yeah.
They've had to give them back.
Shaban, it's not just Newcastle, let me tell you. I've got friends at Old Trafford who say different people turn up every week and season tickets. You know, there's so many clubs, big clubs, right, for big games, sell tickets on the black market. It's not official channels. They get them and sell them on.
I agree with the Newcastle fans being angry. If they're going to games and they can't get ticket for a Champions League tie, why are you going to Dundee to just let kids go?
But it's not the school in Dundee and the kids. It's not their fault.
No, of course.
It's the club.
Yes.
Their organisation, who they're selling the tickets, the official tickets to.
Why have they done that?
Because
they were approached in good faith. There's this article here that they could buy the tickets. It was something like £295 for the tickets, so that was paid.
It's the same old story, isn't it? Wembley Cup finals, corporate get looked after. The normal fans miss out. So again, look, football. You got to realise football Premiership is just all down to money and generating income. And I'm not saying it's right. It's not right, because I feel sorry for them kids who are looking forward to Barcelona, Newcastle. Imagine the atmosphere. But I also feel for the Newcastle fans who can't get a ticket, who go to a lot of games.
So whose side are you on here?
I'm on
the club are wrong. The club have got to sort their distribution out properly.
I feel a wee bit sorry for these kids and the parents who'd gone.
That's the Dundee derby, aren't they? Dundee versus Dundee.
True, that's spicy.
Dundee United versus Dundee.
I know.
But yeah, all these kids having to give these tickets back. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's the best look from the Supporters Trust, but they've said the right things for their fans.
Yes.
And at the end, they got it right. But it's kids. It's kids going to a football game.
They can't have it all, though, kids. What about adults?
You're the kind of dad who takes away from the kids, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Do you know, one time I text Gabby saying, would your daughter want to go to one of the Aston Villa's women's games was taking place at Villa Park? Jamie can get you a nice experience. He texts back saying she's a brat. She's going nowhere.
Yeah, she done my head in that day.
She doesn't make her bed for the last 3 days.
Exactly, I didn't put the bins out. Shocking, mate.
Do you have your daughters in the bins?
Yeah.
Fair play. I can't get Jamie to do the bin.
Oh.
He deliberately does the bin.
Do the bin.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Not my daughter, my son does them.
Why did you say your daughter?
He's a liar.
Yeah, he's backtracking.
My son does.
Yeah.
No, my son does. That's his job. One job he has to do is put.
No, going back to, because it's a big issue here, especially a game like that, Newcastle, Barcelona, but also Premier games. There's a lot of good fans who want tickets. By the way, it's not cheap, right? We understand that.
God no.
But when they want to go to the big games and they can't get one, and you see people coming flying in from all different parts of the world to get a ticket at these games, that can't be right, can it? It's not right.
But what about if you just play devil's advocate? If you go to the other side of the world and there's a game you want to see and you buy a ticket and you get to go, could you not have that experience?
Like when you went to Australia?
I wouldn't do it.
Why not?
I wouldn't go to a game abroad.
When you went to Australia, you go to Sydney.
Or to have that experience because
you go to Sydney?
can buy it.
No, when you went to Australia.
I was playing.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really
He was
playing.
actually in Brisbane.
I was playing.
You actually playing games?
Yes.
I was playing. I played against
Wollongong massive.
Against Ange?
I played against Ange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I
beat
thought you beat
them
him
as
Johnny.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? Wollongong?
Wolves.
Wollongong Wolves.
You're laughing at Gab.
I can't take you seriously. You went to America for a Johnny up.
Solihull Slickers, yeah.
You told me you went to America for a jolly up. I thought you went to.
I did not go to America for a jolly up. I went to America for experience to get some pace. Bobby Robson sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Australia was a jolly up. But that's different. That's playing, okay?
Yes.
This is, you know, this is kids who want to see a big game, and I feel sorry for the kids who've been looking forward to it. But at the same time, I feel sorry for the Newcastle fans.
Can't get these tickets.
It's a massive game for them, and they can't do it. You know, I remember Bobby Robson's Newcastle playing Barcelona. What a night!
Yes,
and they can't get in. So the club have to look at their distribution. Who is getting these
100%.
tickets? With the greatest respect, it's the club's fault.
The club should say, Newcastle fans that go to Premier League games, you're first. If there's any spare, then you can go to a school in Dundee and give them tickets. That's fair.
Wonder if they'll get tickets to the Wollongong Wolves in their next
maybe,
match.
maybe.
Don't you
Sit next to Alan's brother.
When was the last time you played? When was the last time you were playing netball abroad? When was the last time you were playing netball?
Just hold on till I just reel you in.
When was the last time you were playing paddle abroad, Gabby? See, I'm a traveller. I'm a man of the world.
Last week, mate. This week I played paddle.
Abroad?
Yeah, in Mallorca. I lost these two Dutch lads.
Playing the waiter.
Battered me.
The pool cleaner.
What's wrong in netball, Al?
Eh?
What's wrong in netball? Siobhan's very good at netball.
No, it's a ladies' game, and she was out there. You know, she likes.
I've never played netball in my life, but I'll take it.
Right, coming up to 7:30. So I'm sorry for them kids.
Yes, poor kids.
But I understand what's happened. I really do. But the club have got to sort of the distribution. I'm sorry, Newcastle. It's not just you either.
Go to
There's
Dundee
loads
versus
of other
Dundee game.
top clubs. You know Dundee United.
Dundee United. Sorry,
it's frightening.
Yeah. Is it a big derby?
It's the stadiums are right next to each other. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you won't. I'll show you a picture. You won't believe it. I am breaking. So sorry.
That's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the taxman at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like $5,000, $10,000 for a 6-rounder or something because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
25 minutes to 8 o'clock. Good morning. This is talkSPORT. Gabby alongside me, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. On to the return of the Premier League, and on Sunday all eyes will be on Manchester.
Welcome to Manchester. It is a rivalry that has never lacked the spice or intrigue. Ready! Drilled in by David Silva and turned in by Vincent Kompany. And it's about to heat up again. Back-to-back defeats for Pep Guardiola's side.
It's not the best situation in the start, but it's what it is.
You know, we always say it doesn't really get going so much. You've just got to be there.
You cannot leave it like a normal derby, like two great teams fighting for the title. And it's not fair.
Bruno Fernandes puts the ball in the back of net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2.
We're now talking about a football club that he's been in charge of for 10 months. And there seems to be nothing changed.
I'm pretty sure he's a very good guy. He's still a very good manager, but he's living a nightmare.
Expectations are different. The expectations and then the focus on Manchester United.
What an individual effort from Matthias Cunha! But it's back to Haaland, point-blank range, and there he shows what a goal scorer he can be. Fergie once went on record as saying that for Manchester Derby City would never be favourites in his lifetime. Well, that has completely turned around.
Yep, so it's 9th place United taking on 13th place City at the Etihad on Sunday. Last time out, United beat Burnley 3-2. An injury time Bruno Fernandes penalty, while City threw away a 1-0 lead to lose 2-1 down to Brighton. Gab, it's an interesting one, this. Who's the game bigger for? Is this Pep or is it for Amorim? I would say Pep personally, but who do you think?
I think you look at the game, Manchester City are at home, aren't they? So you look at Manchester City in the league now, if they do lose this game and Liverpool win, Liverpool be on 12 points, City on 3, you start to say to yourself, is the race for the title over for Manchester City? Are they fighting for top 4? Yeah, I think you're right, it's massive for Manchester City, but also Manchester United. They seem to turn up in recent years. Last season, they were unbeaten.
Last year they were, but before that, City had the upper hand.
Yes, but last season, unbeaten, Amorim against Pep Guardiola. I think bigger for Manchester City, definitely, because the money that Pep Guardiola has spent since January, Al, they should be in a title race.
Let's get the thoughts of a man who lifted countless major trophies at Manchester United. Very good morning to Fergie's former right-hand man, Rennie Mullenstein. Rennie, good morning, Rennie.
Good morning, Rennie.
Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Gabby.
Rennie, it's a massive game. Two fantastic football clubs. Last year, United done well against City. Before that, it was all City. Who's it bigger for? I think Pep can't afford to lose this.
I think Gabby made a really good point there. And if they do lose, the gap becomes 9 points. So that's already very big in the early start of the season. But they both haven't started, setting the house on fire. Obviously, Manchester United got the win against Burnley, which they desperately needed. So that was the first 3 points on the board, which gives them a little bit more confidence in the game. Plus the fact that they did really well against City last season. So it is obviously very important for both managers because, again, Amorim is still working very hard to stamp his authority on the club, on the team, and that can only be done by results.
Gab?
Yeah, I just look at this formation that he keeps wanting to play, Rennie, and I just look at Manchester United's squad of players, and I've done a draft here of a team that I could think they could play if they changed to 4-3-3. You know, Lamens in goal. You could have Dalot, Yoro, De Ligt, Shaw, Ugarte as your sitter, Mainu and Fernandez in front as 2/8s, and Boomer off the right, Cunha off the left, Šeško down the middle. Do you not think this team and group of players is more suited to a 4-3-3?
Well, I've been questioning that, obviously, like many others, and it's also a little bit against the sort of kind of history of Manchester United over so many years, which the sort of a 4-3-3 was sort of the starting formation, which is always should, because United has always played with wingers, and that has been taken away. And I agree. I always think you need to play to the strength of the players that you've got, and not try to fit them in a system that doesn't suit them. And so far, that's been the case. And I kept saying that right from the start. I think he made it for himself very, very difficult by saying, this is the system I'm going to play, I'm not going to change. Whereas I think if you would have said, listen, I love to play 3-4-3, however, I need to have a good look at, obviously, the players, the squad that have got the league, and I might have to tweak it here and there. That would have given him far more flexibility. But he keeps sticking at it, and he has obviously got reasons for it. But only the results and wins will help convincing people that that's the right way forward.
Yes. 3-4-3, Rennie, I don't know if you agree with me, but listen, I don't mind it at all, as long as my two wide players have got tremendous pace, can get up and back, up and back, up and back.
Oh, listen, Al, any system that is successful for any manager will say, is great. And I think a lot of times now in football, it's not a standard one system, whether, teams, you can see teams defending from a 4-4-2, but as soon as they got the ball, they go into a 3-4-3, or to play, lopsided, as they say it, with one player on one particular side to overload. But I think you need to have that flexibility. But the key for me is making sure that you play to the player's strength to get the best out of them.
And for instance, 3-4-3, if your right-hand side wide guy goes up and loses the ball up in the other 18-yard line, surely your left-hand side, on the opposite side, your wing-back, all you do is shuffle across, and you talk, shuffle over, and you're back to 4 again. For me, that's simple, but I don't see it happening sometimes.
No, that's right. And that's why sometimes the gaps, those gaps appear. And one of the biggest problems is because obviously I think Gabby said it on purpose that in the midfield he put Ugarte, Mainu and Fernandez, and he left Casemiro out. Because that's one of the biggest problems. Because if he's left in a massive space, people just run past him and you're straight at the back four. And that has been a major cause of defensive problems for United.
I think as well, Rennie, when you look at the 3-4-3, I mean, Crystal Palace played perfectly because the centre-halves are very good on the ball coming out, especially Guehi. You look at Mitchell and you look at Munoz as the wing-backs. They can get forward, they can score goals, they can get crosses in. But I look at Manchester United and I'm seeing, centre-halves on the ball most of the game. I'm like, take a centre-half out, get another midfielder in there, control the ball. You want players like Mainu on the ball. No offence to De Ligt, to Maguire, to Yoro. I don't really want to see them on the ball as much as a midfielder.
No, I agree. But the key is, Gabby, as well, is it's all depends what opposition you're playing against, what system, and how much space do they leave behind the back four. If there's plenty of space, you want to make sure that the people are running behind. You need people that can find that pass. If everybody drops behind the ball, you need to have people that can drop into the pockets and break the lines. Or you have then wingers coming inside, and the fullbacks go over the top. So you got so many variations. But as long as the ball is with the three central defenders, you're not really a threat to the opposition.
Rennie, one final one. Haaland proved again, international level, sensational goals. Are City getting the best out of him at the moment?
Well, at this moment, at club level, not yet. But listen, he's a proven goal scorer. So the key for proven goal scorers is to making sure that you set them up well. You give him opportunities. You give him service. They will score, and he will score goals again. Absolutely. But they are still finding their feet. It's a bit like, unlike City and unlike Pep, that they've started 3 games, win the first one and lose the second 2. That is a little bit unheard of. So it's an interesting challenge that Pep has got for himself.
But look, we look at Haaland losing Kevin De Bruyne. How many times did Kevin De Bruyne get the ball? Haaland makes a run, he knows he's getting it, ball in behind, goal. Same with Salah and Trent. Salah will miss Trent. Maybe he won't score the same amount of goals without the service of Trent. So Manchester City and Liverpool have got to find other ways of finding their top players to score goals.
Absolutely. It's all about connections and partnerships and understanding between those players. And that is the key for strikers. They know when the ball goes wide. They know when the time to run because they know the ball is coming. Yes. And if that doesn't happen anymore, then obviously, you don't get the chances to score.
Yeah. How do you see the game going, Randy? Give me a prediction.
I thought about it because I thought you were going to ask me this question. And normally I'm quite very straightforward, but I couldn't really say where this is going to go. So
score draw?
Yeah, I think a draw, yeah.
It's going to be interesting. Rennie, great to talk about.
Thank you, Rennie.
Enjoy the game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man.
Rennie Millenstein there. Right, still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
All right, Ollie, he's doing my head in this morning, Gab.
What's he done, mate?
Tell Gabby to look at the clock. He's doing he's in my ear all the time.
Why would I look at the clock?
Because to have a break.
Oh, sorry, mate. I forgot we had to break, sorry.
Keep your wishes coming in to Jeannie Gabs. Save the number 03717 223344 on your phone. Open up in WhatsApp and send us a voice note. He is ready. Gabby's in a generous mood today to grant you anything you like.
Anything you want.
And make your dreams come true. So be quick and don't miss your chance for a rub on Jeannie Gab's magic lamp. That was a look ahead with our good friends at Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences. That.
You've got a problem or something to say.
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Okay, 9 minutes to 8 o'clock. The English Football League is in talks over adding, I don't like this by the way, an eliminator round to the Championship playoffs and increasing the number of participants from 4 to 6. What? talkSPORT's Scott Minto had his say on these proposed changes. Scott?
So the more I've been thinking about it all day, the more I'm thinking, do you know what? If it brings a couple more teams into play going into the last game of the season, then isn't that really exciting? And then the playoffs itself, you know, that's become really exciting. And we've accepted that, where when it initially came out, we weren't happy with it.
There you go. Scott Minto likes it. I don't like it.
No, I don't.
I think top 6 is enough. I don't. You need to come down another.
Yeah,
two.
we have to leave our game alone now, because when will it end with different changes? Leave it. It's fine as it is.
I remember the playoffs first came out, Gab, because I was doing co-commentaries, and I wasn't sure, but when I went to the games, there were great games at Wembley, packed.
Oh, of course.
You know, but I think that's enough, because the times at 6th would beat 3rd and go through, and there might have been a 15-point gap difference. Yes. So now that 15 might turn into 22, 23-point gap, and they can somehow wangle their way into promotion.
Well, some people say, don't they, that why isn't it just the top 3 go into the Premier League?
Yeah. 3 up, 3 down.
Yeah.
But do you know why? Money.
Exactly.
Money. Right, all morning we've been building up to a huge game tomorrow. West Ham against Spurs. Jermaine Defoe joined us yesterday and said the fans still hate him after he moved from West Ham to Tottenham. That is, but even West Ham to Chelsea, Frank. Yes. People don't forget. They don't. No. And there were 2 great players for West Ham, so let's find out. For next guest is the same as Bobby Zamora, went the other way. Jermaine and Bobby have joined forces. This is great. Today to unveil a brand new trophy, the EFL Red Boot, by the British Heart Foundation. Every single goal scored by the Red Boot winner for 2025-26 will see £50,000 go towards training, more people in life-saving CPR, and help fund Cure Heart, an ambitious BHF, British Heart Foundation research programme, which aims to develop treatments and cures for inherited heart muscle diseases. So let's welcome in Bobby to tell us more. Bobby, a very good morning.
How you doing, boys? How are we?
Good morning, mate. You okay?
Bobby, great. This is a great idea. I spoke to Jermaine yesterday, and I'm glad you're involved, because there's so many people, in fact now, so many old footballers I know we bump into now and again. It's incredible how many people have had heart problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary when you look at the stats. 8 out of 10 people that have cardiac arrest is at home. So this campaign is fantastic. Every minute matters is amazing. There's a tool out there called the Revive Our tool, which I think you should look at. It's on the British Heart Foundation's website, and it takes like 15 minutes. You just need a phone, a pillow, and it will talk you through it, guide you through it. So even if you've done CPR as well before in the past, it's good to do the course again, and little refresher, because you never know when it's going to be needed. And, the stats say there's a good chance it's going to be someone that you know about, somebody you care about. So just having that confidence to be able to do it as well is key. So listen, last year, they managed to get 300,000 people to do the course. And this year we're looking at 500,000 people. So that's the idea. If we can get even more, fantastic. And obviously we've got this Red Boot which will be amazing as well. Sky Bet, like you say, donating £50,000. Bang load of goals in, you'd have got 30 at least in the championship or whatever, wouldn't you? For sure. So that'd have been £1.5 million. So we're hoping
if Bobby,
that,
though, but like myself now listening to you, like I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't know what to do if it happened to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come and join definitely this course, mate, because you always think that you sometimes I won't be someone that I know. I will never be put in that situation. But like you says, it could be you.
Do you know what the thing is? It's I've never had to help with CPR myself. I've been close to a couple of car crashes, which are scary moments, and there have been people there that take the lead and know what to do. Thankfully, there were people there. Whereas I was one of the bystanders as such. But listen, cardiac arrest and heart attacks, they can all happen absolutely anywhere, at any circumstance. So just having that confidence and being that person, in a very selfish way, I said it the other day, how great would it be to be able to say, I contributed to saving somebody's life. So I've never done that, it's not something that everybody does, but what an amazing feeling that would be as well, that someone, paramedics, we hold our hats up to them. Amazing with the work that those guys do. And we're all so thankful. But you yourself could actually do that. And like I say, you don't have to go anywhere, Gab. You can do it at home on your phone and a pillow, and it guides you through and tells you how to do it. And it tells you if you're doing it right or wrong, or hard enough or soft enough. So it's an amazing tool. Revive our tool, guys.
Yeah,
100%,
Bobby, I don't think we know our own bodies enough, because there's so many people I know have gone into hospital not feeling great, and they've had a mini stroke. You don't realise, Maybe that's something we should look at in schools. That we should do a little bit about know your own body, and I think it could save so many lives. I really do.
Yeah, and I think as guys as well, I think we're probably even more prone to it. We'll be all right, we're fine. I'm certainly like that. It's fine. I'll be all right. Okay. Yeah. Just brush it under the carpet, when really, if there is something, we should probably pick up the phone, speak to somebody, or just pop to the doctors, go down and see them and ask the question. There's no harm in that.
Yeah, Bobby, it's a great idea, by the way. Just a quick one on West Ham Spurs. We know there's no love lost, mate. West Ham are banning half and half scarves to prevent away fans ending up in the home end. Is that something you want to see at all Premier League grounds? I'm not having that, to be honest. I think this is a nothing story. If someone wants to get in the other end, especially a London derby, well, any derby, loads of Tottenham guys who support Tottenham and vice versa.
Yeah.
You can always get a ticket, can't you, and get in the wrong end. And if you want to open your mouth, then you're stupid, because, you get bashed up.
You're stupid if you're a West Ham fan going in the Spurs end.
Exactly.
Or a Spurs end. So listen, you take it on yourself. But if you want to get in there, there's normally a way to be able to do it or get a ticket from somewhere. But if you want to do it, you take the risk in your own hands.
How did West Ham fans take to you, Bobby? Because you played for Spurs before you joined West Ham. Because we've heard from Jermaine Defoe, that West Ham fans didn't forgive him when you went to Spurs. What about you, the other way around?
Yeah, I went the other way. I mean, I was obviously a West Ham fan, grew up being a West Ham fan, and it being sort of public knowledge, I suppose. So I suppose it was okay for them to sort of, right, I've got one of our own back.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? All right, we've lost one, okay, but we've gained one. We've gained a proper West Ham fan. So, for me, it was great. And listen, we weren't in the same division at that time as well. I went to the Championship to help get West Ham back in the Premier League. So it wasn't like literally we were meeting. I mean, kudos, obviously, this weekend he's meeting.
Oh, he's in trouble.
A few weeks after. So yeah, that's going to be a tasty one for him. But for me, I had that season and a half gap before we actually met. So I scored the winning playoff goal to get him up in the Premier League. So it was a case of, listen, the fans are already on my side almost straight off the bat. But it's a huge game. I played in a game 4-3 we lost at Upton Park, and me and Jermaine both scored on it in that game for the Spurs and West Ham. So listen, those games are massive. They mean so much for the fans as well. So it's going to be a huge one.
Bobby, what is the worst? What's the nastiest London derby? Is it still Millwall West Ham, or would you say did Chelsea come in here somewhere? Chelsea West Ham, or is it Tottenham Arsenal? What do you think's the fiercest?
I think it would say, I would say Millwall, but that doesn't happen very often, so that's okay. But I'd probably say Tottenham and then Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah,
as a West Ham fan.
Did I see when Kudos done his medical that did he kiss the badge, the Spurs badge?
oh.
I think I've seen that. I think so. So
well done, Gab.
He could get a great reception, couldn't he? Bobby.
Oh mate, he's gonna get it. The coach, if he goes past the West Ham fans on the coach or in the car or whatever, then he's better have some tint windows up and tell you.
And he's got a good opponent against him as well, Diouf. I really like him at left back. He's physical. He can get an assist, can't he, for Callum Wilson against Nottingham Forest. I really like him as a signing.
Yeah, he's got an engine. He's certainly got an engine. Gets up and down, and yeah, he's going to be. Listen, Kudos, to be honest, I think he's incredible and potentially is a world beater. It's how coachable is he? How much more can he improve? And I suppose going to give him that stage to be able to show that. That's what I'm looking forward to seeing Kudos as well, to be honest. But it's a shame he's in the Spurs shirt.
Bobby, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Bobby.
Good luck with Red Bull. Great idea.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Bobby Zamora.
Take care.
Gabby, do you want to borrow my watch?
Yeah, but what?
You've done it again.
No one tells me.
You've done it again. Oh, look at the clock. The clock's above the screen, for God's sake. 8 o'clock.
That's the clock. Sorry.
When Sir Jim Ratcliffe took control of footballing operations at United, the Manchester-born billionaire was somewhat welcomed in as a homegrown hero, ready to save the club from the dark days of the Glazers. But in just 12 months, he became a punchbag for many fans. So what happened? Let's take a look and you can decide for yourself. The important context here is that over the last 3 years, the club has lost over 300 million quid. And from day dot, Ratcliffe committed to fixing this, which of course is the right thing for the club. But what seemed to get fans' backs up is the way Sir Jim Ratcliffe, accompanied by Sir Dave Brailsford, went about it. For example, talkSPORT understands their lunch options at the Carrington canteen have been reduced to just soup and sandwiches, which the higher-ups at the club say will save them 1 million quid a year. Now that might make sense for many who don't get free meals at work themselves, but it gets a little bit more picky than that. It was reported that after staff brought some stationery, they were ordered to send sellotape back because it wasn't considered essential. The reward for being Steward of the Week used to be 50 quid, but that was scrapped and replaced by a paper certificate. And such is the grip Ratcliffe has on spending, he reportedly scrapped company credit cards, meaning some staff racking up hundreds of pounds worth of expenses and spending weeks out of pocket waiting to be reimbursed. But it's not just the stingy decisions around the amount of tea bags in the cafeteria. In 2024 alone, Ratcliffe oversaw 250 redundancies and more were announced at the beginning of 2025. Now, while there are people who acknowledge that United's staff numbers are overinflated, it's the optics which aren't great. Because while all this has been going on, Casemiro's getting paid 350 grand a week, and the club forked out 14 million quid getting rid of Eric Ten Hag and Dan Ashworth. But United fans' rage doesn't just stop here at the cuts. Ratcliffe's unpopular decision to introduce a flat ticket price of 66 quid for every fan, even children, certainly did not go down well. For fans, it feels like the very foundation of the club's support is being attacked for the sake of making marginal financial gains. But Ratcliffe has backed it, saying if you shy away from difficult decisions, then nothing is going to change. And time will tell whether these measures will improve operations at the club and help drag standards up on the pitch. But one thing's for sure, his first year wasn't exactly a charm offensive, and there's still a long way to go for United to be back to where many say they belong.
Gab.
Done? Sorry.
What's wrong with you? You keep dashing off.
I thought we were done. I thought it was 10 o'clock. Sorry, mate.
I have to take you up to Guy's hospital, I think, see what's wrong with your old, you know what?
Yeah, maybe. A few tablets gonna sort that out.
Right, just gone, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. See, I look at the clock, Gab.
Yeah.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Now, though, thank God the international break is over. I'm sorry, but the Premier League is back and talkSPORT is the place to be.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
Ange is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager.
In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in. It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, and he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed. Domestic football back.
Do you know what, Gab? Just heard there. Sunderland have a good start, aren't they? They go to Palace, so they could nick another point. If they can get a point there, it's a good start for Sunderland.
What I like about Sunderland is, as the football club ad, you've got two decisions to make when you get promoted. Do you do a Norwich, where you spend minimal money and you go down by February, March? Or do you have a go and take a risk And that's what Sunderland have done. They've taken a big risk, spent over £150 million, but I think the risk will be rewarded with them staying in the Premier League because they've signed some very good players. I think Xhaka will be really key player for them this season. They made him captain as well.
Yeah.
Brings that captain material to the football club. And don't be surprised if they make some big upsets. And even when they play Newcastle, especially at home, that isn't going to be a guaranteed win for Newcastle.
That's a cracking derby.
Can't wait for that. A proper derby.
So we kick off with Big Ange's return. It's away to the Arsenal, 12:30 tomorrow lunchtime. Adrian is then back for around the grounds and 5 Premier League games at 3 o'clock. There's even more with Brentford against Chelsea, a talkSPORT exclusive at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Gab, are you looking forward to, would it be Everton Villa? Is that your big game of the weekend, or...?
It's a big game, of course, and yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Aston Villa back in action, looking to seeing Harvey Elliott, can Jadon Sancho come on some part of the game and make a impact. Everton, it's going to be tough though, well, the home support there, new stadium, they've had a very good start to the season, in 5th position in the league. But it's not just that, Al. Like you said, Sunderland going to Crystal Palace, you've got Arsenal Forest, Burnley. What can they do against Liverpool? Can they hold them out? You're going to see a lot of attacking football from Liverpool in that
Leeds
game.
at Fulham as well. Leeds,
yeah,
you know
what, Al? Every game I'm looking forward to, I feel that like international football really bores me when it's international break, and we've got one coming in October and one in November, and it's like once the one in November done. Say again, mate.
Mallorca, here we come.
Well, I might have to pop over October and November, but when the Premier League's back out, Championship, all of the Football League, everyone's happy because you start getting the Carabao Cup games, the Champions League's back next week. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday next week is Champions League games for the first time on a Thursday. So it's exciting to have all this domestic football back.
Right, so Villa, the only team to score so far this season, which is incredible. Martinez could be back in goal after missing out on a move to United. Here's broadcaster, huge Villa fan, Dan Bardell. His thoughts.
Ultimately, I think that the Villa fans will be guided by what Unai Emery says in his press conference, but I don't think there's any doubt that when he kind of runs towards the away end at Everton on Saturday, there'll be a mixed reaction. There'll be some fans that will do nothing, some that will clap, and I reckon there will be some boos as well, if I'm honest, because fans take these things personally, and the fact he wanted to leave won't sit well with a section of the Villa fan base, and obviously the away fans are the hardcore. They're the ones that follow the team up and down the country every single week, so I'm not going to tell anyone how to feel. That's up to them.
I wouldn't be booing my keeper. No way away from home.
I think it's a long season as well, and we don't know the full facts until the manager comes out and
says he wanted to go. Did he want to go?
No one knows. Unai Emery hasn't come out and says Emi Martinez has asked to leave the football club. He was left out of the game against Crystal Palace, but did the club want him to go? Did they want to receive 40 million for Manchester United for him? Did he even want to leave, or did he? Nobody knows. So for me as a fan, if I was in that away end, I wouldn't boo him. I'd give him the benefit of the doubt until you hear anything different.
The weekend finishes with Manchester derby. United in 9th, City in 13th after disappointing starts to the season. So who's under more pressure, Amorim or Pep? Here's talkSPORT's Manchester correspondent Mickey Gray.
City look a shadow of their former selves, not showing consistency that would challenge Liverpool or Arsenal for the title this season, which would leave the City owners with a big decision to make. As for Ruben Amorim, he will know better than anyone that he is running out of time to turn United's fortunes around. He's not yet had the dreaded owners backing, but if things don't change, it could be the end for Amorim.
Do you know what people are saying to me? How long's Pep got? And I'm like, what? They say if it's another poor season this year, will the owners, the big owners?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Pep winning the treble, Pep winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. Look at the trophies he's won. I think even if they didn't finish in the Champions League places, I don't think they'd get rid of him.
I really like Pep.
Yeah.
But he looks a bit shell-shocked now and again to me.
I think he looks at his team out and some of the recent games and thinks, how are we conceding such easy goals? The goals against Brighton are conceded. But the problem is that they haven't got the fastest player in the Premier League, Kyle Walker, covering as a sweeper, running around and helping the rest of the centre-halves back. Now they've got a midfielder playing right back in Nunes. And sometimes Rico Lewis plays there, who's not great defensively. Centre-halves aren't quick, Stones and Diaz. So I don't know what you expect. Ait Nouri, very good player. You've got a new goalkeeper, Trafford in goal. Now Donnarumma should take his place. That will make a lot of difference to that defence. But when you lose that pace of Kyle Walker, teams start to say, all right, then we can get at Manchester City now. Well, before, they were frightened.
Okay, we shall see. Manchester Derby, just one of a few. Just one of some cracking games this weekend. Really are. As you say, Gab, it's great to have the Premier back.
Yes, buzzing.
Right, coming up to 8:15. Coral coming up. Robert Huth as well. We'll talk about Chelsea with Robert. We've got Jeannie Gab coming up, and then later on the final.
Little Sam coming on.
Little Sam is coming on.
Yeah.
And Paul Dickoff coming on. It'd be interesting to hear what Paul's got to say about City. Right, 8:15. Don't be stupid, YouTube. What are you talking about?
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Okay, 19 minutes after 8 o'clock, Friday morning. The weekend is nearly here. Gabby's alongside me now. What a story we have in the Sun this morning. You won't believe it. According to scientists, the best comeback to an insult is to say, calm down, grandma. Oh, what's that about? So that got us thinking what we think is the best insult. Let's have a listen to some of the best. Don't be stupid, YouTube. What are you talking about? I hope you fall off your chair, you tube. You bum. I'm shouting at the radio, you idiot! I think the younger generation at the moment are a bunch of weirdos. Yeah, I think a numpty's your Dolly Dimple. Yeah, you haven't got a Scooby. Whereas a tube, you've just been stupid. Bah, humbug! Bunch of clowns, sorry.
Friday was army. Go on, you tube.
Gabby, what's your favourite insult? So, I mean, you're pretty placid, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, I can't say on here, mate. I don't want to be in trouble.
Why?
I'm going to keep my insults to myself.
Why?
Because they're very harsh at times.
Yours are?
Sometimes, yeah.
Really?
If you've annoyed me, yeah.
You can give it back.
I can. If you've annoyed me, you're getting it, mate.
Really?
Full throttle.
Who's the last one annoyed you on talkSPORT?
Andy Goldstein, I'm joking.
Well, he just does it. The problem with Goldstein is you've got nothing else to say. He's not talking about one of the Gallicers, he's talking about pool or darts. He's getting out to say, has he? Thank God Benty's there.
No, I like everyone on talkSPORT. I feel like Cundy's a good laugh. O'Hara, he can be wound up easy, can't he, when he tells you what you can't say.
Yeah,
and
but
can't
I think
not.
Jamie now,
Bridget.
I think he's learning better.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
You know, he sort of smiles to himself and he keeps his...
And he's behaving now, isn't he? He's not going on other shows and in Hollywood.
He's busy now.
Yeah, he's not going to Hollywood and doing shows anymore. I think he's learnt his lesson. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
You know, that was a bit strange, wasn't it, with Britney?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, well, I better not get involved in that.
Chicken sandwich.
Your wish granted by Jeannie Gab. 03717 223344 is the number. Send your voice note in right now. Here's the latest odds. We're coming with Coral and, of course, Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Did.
Now, is Simon is he joining us now live from Doncaster, a hotel room? Simon?
Yes, I'm up in Yorkshire getting ready for today at Donny for the Doncaster Cup today and then the St Ledger tomorrow.
Bit of light. Lovely, Simon.
Good racing today, Simon, isn't it?
Oh, it's really good. Yeah, we've got the Doncaster Cup with Sweet William, the favourite there, the John Gosden and Thady Gosden stare, who's very, very popular. And Coltrane, actually, the Barascottis, who are good friends of mine, have a lovely old stare, Coltrane, who's probably not quite as good as he was, but he runs again today. He's a 14-1 chance. So, yeah, really good card today. But tomorrow at both Doncaster and Leopardstown Owl, the racing is absolutely fantastic.
Don't breeze over New South Stud today, Simon, because we could have a nice day today. Don't worry about that.
Who have you got running today? Have you got that nice Shadow Dance?
And we got two nice fillies running as well.
Wow, fantastic. Oh, God, I need to study the form more. Shadow Dance is favourite, I think, for the...
Yes. And the two fillies are favourites as well.
Wow, I'm just having a quick swing down here.
Special Cuvée and Flora something. One change by Roger.
Classic Cuvées 9-4 in the 4:10, and then we've got
Flora John Gosden's
running. I can't find that. I mean, and you're not Alan. You're not going up. You're heading straight.
I can, but I've got
Cape Flora.
Yes.
Yeah. 340,
two nice horses, I promise you. No, Simon, I was a big charity bash yesterday. I've got another one today over up at the Hertfordshire for a friend of mine, Tony, and Glencar boys and Tony's football club. So, you plan these things weeks in advance or months in advance. So you can't just say I can't do it.
You can't be in two places at once, Al. Everyone wants a piece of you. That's the trouble. When you do a lot for charity, we're waiting for the knightship. Sir Alan Brazil,
famous guy,
years away.
Yeah, very famous guy.
I don't need one of them. Simon,
why?
No, I don't. Simon, what we got? What do you want? Oh, Steve-O's excited this weekend, isn't he? It's Saints Pompey.
Oh, yes, it is. Portsmouth against Southampton on Sunday. Or should we say Southampton against Portsmouth? He's got their away at St Mary's. 7-2 Portsmouth, who are riding higher than Southampton in the league at the moment. 3-1 the draw. The Southampton are 8-11.
Big one tonight, though, Simon. Ipswich, Sheffield United. Sheffield United, 0 points.
Yeah.
Need to get a win. And Ipswich, not a great start to the season.
No, and Al, I know I asked you this last week and you couldn't believe it. They're still 4-1 favourites for the championship.
It can't be. That's
well,
nonsense. Absolute ridiculous.
Because it's a really long season. That is, we know that.
By the way, I hope I'm wrong, but impossible for me.
I mean, they've got to start.
Huh?
Good time to put bet on Ipswich.
Well, it's a good time if you want to, make Simon richer. Yeah.
I mean, look, they're 4-5 tonight to be decided who haven't got a point, as you said, Gabby. But Sheffield United were only about 10-1 for the title at the start of the season. They're 33s now.
Yeah.
But it's 4-5 Ipswich tonight. Will be a good game. 5-2 the draw. Sheffield United be desperate to get some points. They're 7-2. Big weekend. Southampton are second favourites. Obviously, play on Sunday against Portsmouth. I know there's some really good games. Birmingham against Stoke. I think it's Coventry against Norwich. Championship's a fantastic division.
I thought Borough or Coventry would be favourites, not Ipswich.
Coventry are 6-1. Borough are top of the table. They've got max points, haven't they? 12 from 4. They're 7.5-1. So it's quite the great thing about the championship is there's lots of teams around the front end of the betting. And yes, if anyone has a real feeling of who they think is going to emerge from that pack, it's probably now's not a bad time to have a little fluff.
Sam in the BMW, looking at some of the scores. No, it's only day one and the rain's coming again. Rory's had a half decent start, hasn't he? Uberg up there. It's a difficult one, of course. Fitzpatrick up there as well. All eyes on Wentworth, beautiful Wentworth, ahead of the Ryder Cup, of course, to see how our boys are doing.
Yeah, no, it's not far away, the Ryder Cup. Aberg's 100-30 in the BMW. Fitzpatrick going well. He's 8-1. Rory, 9-1. And Shane Lowry, he's 14-1. He seems in pretty good nick. But you're right, the Ryder Cup there isn't too far away. Looking forward to that. And obviously, big weekend in the Premier League. I heard you chatting away about, obviously Villa haven't scored a goal yet. Pretty crazy.
Amazing. What about Arsenal Forest? Ange taking Forest to the Emirates.
Yeah, that'd be a good game. Is it 2-5 Arsenal? I mean, is it? You never know. It's a good time to play a team. I mean, obviously Arsenal in great form. They're at home, but that sort of bounce factor, new manager.
Yes.
7-1 Forest, 4-1 the draw. It's not like they've been playing badly, Forest, despite losing a manager. That's not why he's gone, is it? It's a fallout. So I think you expect Arsenal should be too good at home after the break.
100%, yeah.
A Manchester derby, Simon.
I've got to be honest with you. I thought it's interesting. City. I know City have only won 1. They've lost 2, but United aren't exactly. You wouldn't say firing on all. Or not convincing. And yeah, United are just 3-1 away from home at City.
Well, last year they done well, didn't they? But before that, City had the upper hand by a mile.
Yeah, 3-4. I mean, 3-4 Manchester City at home against United. 2 years ago, they'd have been 1-2 or shorter. 3-1 the draw. Really interesting. I mean, it's a perfect time for this derby to take place because of the question mark you mentioned himself. Even Pep being questioned now. Is he really there for the long term? And so, and Ruben Amorim, and they said you were talking about formations. And so what a game to tune into on Sunday.
I fancy a couple of draws, though. West Ham, Spurs and Fulham, Leeds. I fancy 2 draws in those 2 games, Simon.
I like that. 5-2, a draw between West Ham and Spurs. And
Fulham, Leeds.
Yeah, pretty much a tad bigger than 5-2. So
and Everton, Villa, Gab?
I can see a draw. I'm hoping Villa win, but if he offered me a draw now, I'll take it.
Okay.
15-8 Villa, 9-4 the draw, 6-4 Everton at home.
Yeah.
South Coast derby, Bournemouth, Brighton.
Bournemouth, Brighton. God, it's great to have the Premier League back. Some really good games.
Come on.
7 to, I mean, listen, we just make Bournemouth favourites at 7-5, 9-5, Brighton, 5 to the draw. Palace, Sunderland's another great game, isn't it? Newcastle, Wolves.
Every game, Simon.
Yeah. Burnley, Liverpool. Liverpool 3's on away from home. They've been getting the job done. I don't think Salah's really fired yet this season. 9-2 the draw, 7.5-1 Burnley at home. Again, people will be looking for Liverpool to slip up. Essentially, that they're the only team with the perfect record in the Premier League at the moment, aren't they? I mean, it's 7 points is the sort of second place. So very open Premier League at the moment, which makes the weekends like this really exciting.
So Simon, the big race tomorrow then. How do we see it?
Well, I'm really pleased. Sean Levy, who's had a tough time. Well, let's say tough time. He keeps getting beat on Rizalian. Nothing to do, isn't it? It's just the way the cookies crumbled. It's not his fault. But great to see Aidan O'Brien with Ryan Moore out with this injury. He's gone for Sean Levy to ride Lambourne in the St. Ledger. Sean Levy, of course, won the St. Ledger on Jan Bruegel for Aidan O'Brien last year. So he's been a brilliant super sub for the Ballyjoel team. Scandinavia is ridden by Tom Marquand. He's the favourite, 6-4, with Karma's 5-1. And Michael Barcelona rides the third string for Aidan O'Brien. So, but I'm quite hoping. I mean, Lambourne was disappointing at York, there's no question. But he is the Derby winner, and the Derby winner running in the St. Ledger, to me, should always be favourite. So at 4-1. 5-2, Lambourne with Sean
And the
Levy
ground, Simon, what's the ground look like tomorrow?
It's pretty good, I think, at Doncaster. I mean, there hasn't been too much rain. Have a quick look now. The ground is officially good to soft, good in places.
Yeah.
So by tomorrow, if it doesn't rain,
perfect.
exactly. Yeah, and of course we've got the Irish champion, 5:30 over at Leopardstown tomorrow afternoon. Delacroix, who won the Coral Eclipse in exciting style, is the favourite. But Anmat for Owen Burrows, of course, would have been ridden by Jim Crowley. Thought best wishes for Jim on a recovery from.
How is he?
Well, I haven't. I've sent him a couple of messages, obviously wishing him well. He was badly banged up. I think it's a broken leg, broken pelvis.
Oh.
But he's issued a statement thanking everyone for their messages, their goodwill, and he can't wait to get back. There was a very nice 2-year-old Tulane who's now 14-1 for the Guineas next year, which won during the week. I think he's got that'll make the recovery over the next few months a lot easier, knowing he's got some nice horses to come back to. But I'm sure he'll be cheering on Anmat on tomorrow because he's got a chance against Delacroix. But then it's always hard for a jockey. If he wins, he'll be gutted he's not on it. But listen, most important thing, get well soon, Jim.
Simon, have a great couple of days.
Top man, Simon.
Thanks, guys.
Simon
Take care.
From our good friends at Coral. Daily download with Coral, only at 18+, gambleaware.org, okay? Some cracking racing today and tomorrow. Right, 8:30, three-time Premier League winner Robert Huth coming up.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
What with kids?
I know, well, mate. Difficult.
Oh. Yeah, dear. Got an easier way. Right, 8:36. talkSPORT breakfast with me, Brazil, Gabby, and Arnold Clark. Get £750 off any used electric car or home charger. Don't forget there's an 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night right here on talkSPORT. So unbeaten Chelsea, they head to a Brentford side, still looking for their first win of the season. For the Blues, though, they should be aiming really to achieve this season. Here's what the legendary skipper John Terry thinks they can do.
You're officially the best team in the world, Jim, so we're happy with that. We're happy with that at the minute. But also, I don't want to put too much pressure on the boys as well. We are a young squad, and I think with this year, with the experience of maybe pushing the other teams close, I think we have a chance to be up there, and we should be because we're Chelsea. And I think any top side or any young or experienced player going into the season going, oh, we can't win it, shouldn't be playing at the top level. So I think every Chelsea player should believe that we can go and win it. Do I think we will? No, I don't, being honest with you. But I think we'll be right amongst it, and I think we should be.
Yeah, interesting. We spoke to John, didn't we, Gab? Or I did, earlier this week, yeah. And I thought he played Chelsea's, chances down. But I don't know, Chelsea, have they got what it takes to be at the top against Liverpool and the likes of Arsenal? Look, I'm leaving City out at the moment till they prove to me they're back.
I think Chelsea finish above City, I do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in third.
You know?
Yeah. I don't think they've got enough to challenge Liverpool and Arsenal, but maybe in another couple of transfer windows when they can spend another, 500 million, maybe that'll get them there.
Let's get the thoughts now of JT's former teammate. A very good morning to three-time Premier League winner, Robert Huth joins us. Robert, very good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Robert.
Good morning, Gabby. Good morning, Alan.
Hi, Robert. Robert, would you echo JT's thoughts there that maybe just the season's a bit too close for Chelsea to topple the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool, of course, our champions? Or can Chelsea do it, in your opinion?
Yeah, I tend to agree with JT, really. I know Chelsea obviously have got a good squad, but I think Liverpool's squad is just too good over the season. Realistically, I think a top four would be another good season for Chelsea and maybe a long run in a cup.
When do you think the expectations will go up though, Robert? Because, at the moment, Chelsea fans will say we're the best club in the world, winning the World Club Cup. But when's the expectations go up and say, okay, then, when the money that Chelsea spend, yes, they sell well, but when the Chelsea fans feel, okay, we want to get back to winning Premier Leagues, that's what Chelsea's about.
Yeah, for sure. I think once they start consistently beating the top six, which they obviously failed to do last season, that they always came short against the top teams, I think that's going to be the big step for Chelsea this season. Certainly beating the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal at home, that'd be an improvement on last year. But they really struggled against the top teams last season. But that's something for them to improve on, to get them up the league. But like I said, they got a good team. But I think Arsenal's and Liverpool's squad are just a bit too good for them at the moment.
Some cracking games. Of course, the Manchester derby. Liverpool looked so strong, you're dead right. What about, just looking back now, let's go down to the Championship. Stoke have had a good start, which is nice to see, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really positive start. Obviously, the last game before the international break was a bit of a letdown, but still 9 points for 4 games. I think the fans are buzzing. They certainly got a feel-good factor back in the stadium. I was at one of the games, and Stoke starting to play a bit more like the Stoke that we knew back in the Premier League. Really competitive, physical, a lot more energy, and I think the fans really buy into that.
What do you make of everyone comparing Arsenal to your Stoke side? Because they focus on set pieces a lot now, don't they, Arsenal? And also, mate, do you think the long throw is back in fashion now?
I mean, I always looked at set pieces as a great opportunity to score. Why would you not, utilise it? Arsenal obviously very, very good at it. I mean, a long throw can get you out of trouble if you packed in. You throw it down the line, you get out. And it's a great attacking threat. I know back in the day, a few people sort of looked down on us for using it, but why not? Scoring is one of the most difficult things in the Premier League. And if you get yourself set up properly, you got a great chance of scoring, which obviously Arsenal have done in the past.
No, I agree totally. Why not get it in there? That's where you score 100%. Goals, definitely. And the clubs that have come up, Robert, Leeds doing well, Sunderland doing well as well.
Yep, Sunderland are flying, yeah. I think they've got a really good identity with the manager, with the players, with the supporters. I think every home game is going to be a big fight. The supporters are well up for it, and yeah, hopefully the promoted teams will put up a bit more of a fight this season than last season, because last season was a real disappointment for the promoted teams. I thought they struggled, and they were really uncompetitive. So it's good to see that the teams come up, put up a fight.
Robert, I don't know what you think. I think there's too many changes in football at the moment. I'm reading today that the playoff could be thinking about changing it. Not the top 6, the top 8 now could be getting involved. And of course, the biggest change we've had is VAR. Now, I believe, I might be wrong, but I hate VAR. Absolutely hate it. Are you a fan, or how do you feel now? Having, we've had it a few seasons now. How do you feel? Is it getting any better, or is it worse?
I absolutely despise it.
Good.
Same page as you. I think the Premier League, since its introduction, I think it's really struggled in terms of pace. The game's not as fluid anymore. And I don't know about you guys, but I watch the Premier League because I want to see the best players. I don't want to see the referees on my screen, looking at another screen, slowing the game down, taking up to 3 or 4 minutes, only for them to announce what the decision was, which obviously when you're in the stadium, just on Fulham's game again, I had a pal there, and I know the referee explained what happened, but none of the people in the stadium knew what it was for, even though he explained it. So goal line technology, maybe offside I can get on board with VAR, but the other stuff is just slowing down. There's no fluidity. I hate it. And like I said, the refs get more airtime almost than the players, which obviously shouldn't be.
Rob, I was having this conversation with some of my friends. When we used to play, mate, how many times would you finish a game and on your ankles you'd have cuts, you'd have bruises from challenges that weren't dirty, just mistimed, that it was a bit sore, but you're not rolling around. And then after the game, you're like, oh, look at my foot. Now, if the challenges that we used to have, you'd be getting sent off every game if you go to the monitor. Some accidental tackles are not always red cards. Even if you catch someone on their ankle with your studs a little bit high, it was play on, wasn't it? You know what? Oh, it's a bit sore. Run it off after a minute and carry on.
Yeah, and these are one of the best athletes in the world at the moment, you know, and they're not allowed to compete. You know, it's like any challenge is, like you said, it's either a yellow card or possibly a red card. And the players are just not allowed to make a mistake. You know, like when you go in for a challenge, a 50-50 ball, you have to be committed. And like you said, sometimes you just get it wrong. But the big problem for me is when we would have been the same, Gabs. You know, before the season starts, we have referees meeting and they go through scenarios from the previous season. And the players will almost be 95% against the decision what the referee said. So if the referee said that's a red card, in my change room, all the players would say, no, it's a yellow card.
Agreed.
So a big kind of distance from attitude and the way us players see how the playing should be played and how the referees think it should be played. But the players don't have any say in how the game should be played. They just get told, even though we massively disagree with it.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem, in my opinion.
I think, Robert, as well, it's a difficult one because you get guys in the vans up at St George's Park, whatever. But I think if you played the game at a top level, you know what's a nasty challenge.
Yes.
You know if someone's trying to do them, have that, bang, I'm going to hurt you. Or someone who's gone for the ball and is slightly late who doesn't mean to harm them but catches them. There's a, you know, it's a small difference, if you know what I mean. But you have to understand the game.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's becoming a real problem. I kind of lose interest in when it's not competitive, but it's one of those things. It's there now. Like I said, I hate it. I want the players to compete and be allowed to get a challenge wrong. You know, no one wants to see the 2-footed knee-high tackles. Like I'm not an advocate for that at all. That's been out of the game for a long, long time. But when you go for a big head out and you catch someone with your elbow, there needs to be an understanding of the game. You know, you can't jump without using your arms. Or again, you would be able to see if someone did it on purpose because it'd be a big swinging arm you get across your chops. But it's I want to see those big derbies played high energy, passion, no stopping the game, bored of the referee talking and listening to the VAR. I mean, the mental gymnastics they had to do the other day against Fulham. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, they talked themselves into it about a foul. And the ref got it right in the first place. And we end up talking out off a goal, which would have been a great goal. And we're talking about the referee rather than the game and the performances of the players on the pitch.
Yeah,
Spot on, mate.
Robert, listen, have a great weekend, mate. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for joining us again.
And
Thank
you guys,
you.
have a good
Speak
night.
soon. Robert Huth there. I'll look waiting.
He would kick you, by the way.
Well, yeah, but I don't mind that. You knew what you were getting.
He would kick you, Rob.
Yeah, but, you know, I think back, okay, let's talk Stoke. Some of the players that Stoke had, I played against them. Before that, oh dear, you know, but you knew you were getting, Gab, which meant your first touch had to be good. Do you know what I mean?
That Stoke team.
You had to get your body behind between the defender and the ball.
The one I used to play against out, they had Shawcross, set 5, they had Ricardo Fuller. They had so many giants and used to be like, I'm dreading Stoke away.
Do you remember West Brom? Ali Robb and John Wow. Oh dear. They would do you in a minute now.
Yep. We got a breakout.
Yeah, I know that, but they would do you in a minute. But I would, you know, give me that all day long. If it's a nasty 50-50 and they go way over the top and do you that,
we got a break, mate.
Yeah. Then, have you got to watch now? Don't forget to give it back to Ed, eh? Right, I see why we got a break, yeah. Okay, 8:47.
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
I tell you what, next week I'm going to wear a bulletproof vest in here. Why? It's unbelievable. Like, you've got that numpty Goldstein having a go. You're now trying to be clever. You know, you got to break out. You got to break. And I look up, and the boss is there. He's been late all morning. And in comes Liam. Oh, you got to break out. I'm like, hold on a minute. You've changed your tune.
I've just
then
got
I
my watch
up,
on.
I went, I see now.
You're funny, Alan.
You creep.
You funny guy.
Right, now time for a bit of magic with some of this.
Got an issue? Why can't you see? All you need is some help from me. Give my lamp a rub. 1, 2, 3. I'm the Gabby Genie.
I like that music, you know.
Decent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ed ruins it though with his bloody toy he's got.
His what?
His toy.
What toy? Oh, God. That's like, what is that? It's like
honestly, mate,
a duck getting strangled. We all know that every good genie has a magic lamp, and you can grant 3 wishes with a little rub. And Genie Gab is no different. So let's find out whose dreams he'll make come true. Let's have our first rub, Gabby.
Do you know what? I've never had a night out with Gabby.
He's a good boy.
I don't think I've ever actually been in a bar with Gabby either.
He's all right, you know.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Back in the day?
Back in the day, he
Was
used
he a
to
bit
rock
of a,
up.
was he a demon?
He was, yeah, he was.
I don't want to freak, you know.
Well, listen, let's just say he had a few quid.
Yeah.
And he always had the best table.
Yeah, did he?
And he didn't let it down.
No.
No, he knew how to spend.
He delivered the goods.
He delivered. Always delivered. Like the postman.
Gabby, did you have to get them 2 in? Did you have to slip the doorman a few quid to get Cundy and
no,
the
but
chunk
it was Al. We used to go out on the West End, have tables and stuff, and then you look over and you see O'Hara stood on the dance floor without a table, Al.
No.
Yeah, just looking at you trying to get on your table for a drink. Come on then, Jamie. Come on and have a glass. Come and have a tequila. Over you come. Poor Jamie. We'll get him on now one day.
Well, Cundy's come to you, Genie Gab, and wants you to grant him the wish of going on a night out with him. Are you going to grant him that wish, Cundy?
100%.
Would you?
I'd love to, mate.
Would you?
Yeah, Cundy. I think it'd be a laugh on a night out.
Yeah, he would be for a while, then he loses the plot, I think.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
No, but Cundy, 100%. Jamie, I think leave Jamie outside, El. But Cundy can come in, 100%. Why not?
Right, Genie Gab, get ready, because here we go. It's rub time, Ed.
Whilst I've got you, when are we playing paddle?
Anytime you want, mate. You've ducked it for the last 12 months. You had a good win and you've run away and hidden.
That's not true.
John,
that's not true. I'll tell you what, we should take Gabby and Benty on.
No. Gabby's crap. We should get Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. I saw him the other day. He's not bad.
Gabby.
Simon,
Gabby, what's happening to you?
I know, mate. Simon's full of it, but he's right. I'm not great, Al.
So Benty's a lot better than you?
Benty's better than me, yeah, but Benty's had a lot more lessons.
Yeah, but you've never played tennis, have you?
No, badminton, though. I was decent at badminton. You're not sure, are you?
No, I'm not, Gab.
I wouldn't want to play JT, though. JT's that annoying person who's good at everything, He's good at bloody golf.
Yeah,
he's very good at paddle, I've heard. So I wouldn't want to play JT yet. Give me another year.
I'll be honest with you, Simon Jordan surprised me, the way he hits it. So
Very
he obviously,
good.
His private schooling, he obviously played a lot of tennis. Real tennis.
He turned up, Al, right, and I was thinking, all right, do the show, we'll go over. Well, we had much breakfast, and, he's late 50s, not going to be able to get around. He popped up, started hitting a few balls. I'm like, looked at Bentley, I'm like, you're in trouble here, mate. The way he hits it.
As soon as I see him hit two, I thought he can play.
Yeah, he could get around as well. And he had some weasel on his team that he doesn't even know that was doing all his running for him.
What do you mean?
Proper suck up.
What do you mean he doesn't know?
No, he didn't know his partner.
He's not daft, Simon. Don't worry about that.
Honestly.
John Terry has come to you, Jeannie Gab, and asked you to grant him the wish of playing a game with Paddle with him. Are you going to grant him that wish? Will you play him?
No, I won't. And JT loves to play for like a little wager as well.
Does he?
I'm not throwing money away. So not for me, JT. Give me 6 months. I'm going to get some more lessons on and be a bit more calmer with my shots. I try too much powerful shots.
You're going to have to drop a few pounds.
Yeah, how many, Al? How many pounds?
No, but because you do have to get around the court.
Okay.
Or is it like squash, you can have that tee and just play?
Nah, you got to get around, yeah. You got to move, I'm in trouble, yeah.
You got to start jabbing. You got to have a few jabs.
Jabbing what?
Jabs. Put some jabs in.
What jabs? You seem to know a lot about jabs.
What are they called?
You seem to know a lot about jabs.
I know. Listen,
what are you talking about? The Ozempic?
What? Ozempic? Is it Ozempic? My mate lost about 5 stone.
Did he?
Honestly, yeah.
Have you seen that? Talking about weight loss, have you seen Steve Evans, is it?
Oh, yeah, I know
he's
Steve.
lost. Yeah, he looks very well, doesn't he? Looks a lot healthier now, definitely.
Yeah, I took him out one day. We ended up in Goodman. He got on the train. He lives in Peterborough. Ended up in Edinburgh. In a weekend full of derbies, Gabby's been at it again and claimed that West Ham Spurs is bigger than the Manchester game this weekend.
I've got loads.
Does he have a point? Is this weekend's Manchester derby the least exciting one for years? Gabby, what is bigger, the Southampton-Pompey game on talkSPORT 2 or the Manchester derby?
Obviously, Manchester derby is more interesting now, but I can name these derbies that are bigger than Manchester City versus Manchester United. Liverpool versus Manchester United. Aston Villa versus Birmingham City. West Ham versus Spurs. Spurs versus Chelsea. Sunderland versus Newcastle. West Ham Millwall. Leeds Manchester United. And these are derbies and rivalries.
Bigger than City United?
Yes. Wolves versus West Brom. Liverpool versus Everton. Swansea versus Cardiff. And Sheffield Wednesday versus Sheffield United. Celtic versus Rangers. Dundee versus Dundee 2.
D United, you clown.
They're all bigger for me, Al, yeah.
Oh, dear. That was our breakfast preview with Travis Perkins. Hi, Gabby, go and have a coffee.
Superstar Breakfast Preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
There's a lot of talk about the independent football regulator. Some people love the sound of it, others don't. But what actually is it? And is it going to be any good for the game? In simple terms, it'll be an organisation not controlled by the Premier League, the EFL or the government, which will make sure all clubs are financially stable and don't rip off the fans. The aim is to make sure what happened to Bury, Derby and Reading doesn't happen again. Now, a significant reason clubs go under is because of dodgy owners financially mismanaging the club and running it into the ground. But in theory, these should be a thing of the past with the new regulator. They'll be able to use data from the National Crime Agency to perform stronger fit and proper persons tests and can even force owners to give up their stake in a club, which for certain supporters might be a welcome relief. It's likely good news for the EFL. The tension between them and the Premier League over a fair financial deal has been increasing in recent years. As it stands, talks have broken down. The Premier League backed out of recent negotiations, but the regulator will have the power to force through a deal, meaning more money for clubs lower down the pyramid. Now, this might sound simple, but in reality there's concerns this will open a legal can of worms, which could result in messy court cases involving the Premier League and the regulator. Parachute payments will be brought under the control of the regulator too. If they reduce them, it could mean a wider variety of clubs securing promotion to the top flight, but critics reckon it'll just mean the gap between the Premier League and EFL actually widens, as promoted clubs won't get as much money, which should normally be used to buy better players so they can compete. And current Premier League clubs have said if there were no parachute payments, they'd actually invest less, which would harm the quality of the top flight. And if clubs don't invest, then you'll get exactly what the EFL don't want, which is the same 3 clubs going down every year. And remember when Cardiff's owners changed the club's colours and badge? Well, in future, fans will have to approve any major changes to their club's heritage. Now, that might all sound great, but do we really need it? Some say the downfall of Reading and Bury is an exception, not the rule. So as a whole, the most successful footballing pyramid in world football doesn't need regulation. They say it scares investors who can help grow the game. If those investors go elsewhere, well, the Premier League may no longer be the destination for the best players in the world. And others, well, they just don't trust politicians to appoint truly independent people to regulate our game.
Where you been? Again, you've not been in the loo again.
Just talking to the producers about the show.
About what?
About what we're doing in the next hour. Is that right, mate?
Well, you've got it on an order. It tells you what you're doing.
But things might have changed, so I was just checking.
Like what? What's changed?
So basically, at 10 o'clock, you've got to do a bit extra. Yeah, with Jim and Simon.
So why they... Oh, really? So they come in on a Friday night, do they?
I'm just talking to the producers now.
Gabby and Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. Gabby, you're trying to get into Jack Grealish. Is Will, why are you buying an Everton shirt? What's going on?
What are you on about?
Why are you buying an Everton shirt?
Never, mate. Never. Villa till I die, Alan.
Really?
Just like you with Ipswich, Celtic, Spurs. Anyone else? Man United.
Yeah, but you can't have Jack getting a hat-trick and...
Villa win 4-3.
No, you can't.
Why not?
That's stupid.
There you go.
Still to come between now and 10. Little Sam. I've got to stop calling him Little Sam.
You can't
My wife told me off. She said, stop that.
It's rude, mate.
I like Sam, but...
He's not little. Even if he was, what's wrong with little people, mate?
There's nothing wrong with Liverpool, but he doesn't like it.
Oh, he doesn't like it?
No.
And it just don't matter now. Little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of.
Shocking, mate.
He was telling me earlier when he used to watch football. Loved it, but he used to have to take a box one to stand on.
Bielsa's. Dean Saunders is quite little, isn't he? He's smaller than Dino's smaller than.
No, he's not. No.
You don't reckon?
No. Dino's bigger. Don't worry about that. Ed's smaller than Little Sam.
I can't even see Ed from here. Ed, stand up.
And he's got a cushion as well. Little Sam will be with us for the return of Curse of the Commentator, and who knows, maybe this week he'll have his cowboy boots on. I'd love to see them. We'll focus on the Harry Redknapp South Coast derby between Saints and Pompey on Sunday, and rank where it is in the best derbies in English football. That goes back, look, I should ask Steve-O, but it's something to do with the strikes and the docks and all that. It's a pretty nasty one.
Yes, you said that.
Bad memories. But now the Premier League is back, and what a weekend we have to look forward to. Big Ange is back in North London as he takes his Forest side to take on the Arsenal live on talkSPORT. West Ham, they take on Spurs just round the 406. While Chelsea go to Brentford, West London derby was also, you guessed it, it's live on talkSPORT. The game of the weekend, well, it's none other than the Manchester derby. It's got to be.
Welcome to Manchester.
It is a rivalry that has never lacked the spice or intrigue. Ready! Drilled in by David Silva and turned in by Vincent Kompany.
And it's about to heat up again. Back-to-back defeats for Pep Guardiola's side.
It's not the best situation in the start, but it's what it is.
You know, we always say it doesn't really get going so much. You've just got to be there.
You cannot leave it like a normal derby, like two great teams fighting for the title, and he's not there.
Bruno Fernandes puts the ball in the back of net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2.
We're now talking about a football club that he's been in charge of for 10 months. And there seems to be nothing changed.
I'm pretty sure he's a very good guy. He's still a very good manager, but he's living a nightmare.
Expectations are different. The expectations and then the focus on Manchester United.
What an individual effort from Matthias Cunha! But it's back to Haaland, point-blank range, and there he shows what a goal scorer he can be. Fergie once went on record as saying that for Manchester Derby City would never be favourites in his lifetime. Well, that has completely turned around.
Two things. Can City get the best out of Haaland in this derby? It's proven yet again, at the highest level, international level, just give him a chance, he'll score. And Manchester United, their new signer has got to step up here. It's a big game for them.
Yeah, I think Cunha still injured, isn't he? Maybe he might be fit, so that'll be a loss. But I look at someone like Diallo, very good player. I've been playing as wing-back. He's not a wing-back, he's not a defensive player. If you change that formation, he could fill in for Cunha. But Mbeumo, top player. And is this the game where Šeško starts his first Premier League game?
I hope so, because I'm beginning to... I was never... When they signed him, I'm like, I wasn't sure, And he's obviously big, tall, isn't he? He needs the right service into him.
Well, he's had football. He's had football for his country, international break as well. That will help with his fitness. But sometimes, you know what it's like. You haven't had the best pre-season. You've been looking for a move. It finally happens. And you need a few games. You need a few 45 minutes.
And at Manchester United, Gab, you need a good start. They'll be on
100%, yeah. It'd be interesting if he can get his first goal, for sure.
That's right. The Manchester... Well, he could be a hero. Let's be positive. He could be a hero and get the winner. That's right. The Manchester derby is going to be a cracker. City need to win. Man United need wins. Both teams with just one win from the first 3 games. So it's all eyes on the Etihad. However, Haaland, 6 goals, 3 assists in 5 Premier League games against United. So who is under more pressure going into this one? Is it Pep or is it Ruben? Let's find out and say a very good morning to former City striker, Paul Dickov. Paul, how are we, Paul?
I'm good.
Good morning, Paul.
Alan. Morning, Gabby.
Morning, mate.
Oh, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Both are struggling here. So who do you think, Paul, is under more pressure to win this one? Would it be Pep, who doesn't look himself at the moment, or would it be Amorim?
I think when you look at it, obviously City losing their last 2 games, you've got to say going into a derby it's not ideal. But I've seen signs in the games, Alan, with City, obviously the Wolves game, They were fantastic. The Tottenham game, up until the 2-0, they looked really good again. And maybe shades of last season, where they were dominating games, not taking their chances and getting hit on the break. And then obviously they being 1-0 up at Brighton and cruising at the time, and then just taking their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
So it's a big game for Man City, obviously, with being home, being at the Etihad and being a derby. But I look at United and I still don't see a lot of change from last season. You know, they got a lot of plaudits in the Arsenal game, the first game of the season, when they get beat. And then obviously lucky to get a draw against Fulham and lucky to beat Burnley last week. So I think there's probably a little bit more pressure on Amarin if United lose this.
Yeah.
Paul, I look at Manchester City. Marmoush looked like he's out for the game, injured, international duty. Cherky, he's out as well. He's neither an injury. This would be the perfect time for Phil Foden to really get back into this Manchester City side and nail down that place from them players, because Man City do have Oscar Barb and Doku who can play either side of Haaland, but everyone wants to see Phil Foden back playing football for Manchester City.
I couldn't agree more, Gabby. I was going to bring Phil up. You know, he's been struggling with this ankle injury for the last sort of 10 to 12 months. Was in and out last season, didn't have a lot of football. But I seen the summer, Gabby, and he was training on his own. And he looked in the best shape I've seen him in for a long time.
What is wrong with the ankle, Paul? Is it ligaments or is it?
I don't. It's an ongoing thing that he's had over the last sort of 12 months that keeps flaring up. But you know, over the last few weeks, he's managed to rest it and hopefully get it right. I think he's going to be in the squad tomorrow. But I couldn't agree more, Gabby. You know, everybody wants to see Phil Foden back at his best, because when he is, he's one of the best midfielders out there. And the creativity that he brings, and the goals that he brings that we've seen the season before last when he was Player of the Year. We just need to wrap him up in cotton wool a little bit as well. You know, we can't rush him back too much, because the last thing we want to happen is put Phil in for 2 or 3 games and he's going to miss maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So for me, he's a game changer. You know, he's a top class player. So we want to get him right.
Paul, the three of us have played through the middle here, centre forwards or inside forwards. I'm thinking Haaland, is he getting the right service at City of late? You know, he proved again playing international football. Just give him a chance, he'll bang it in. And I know he's missed 1 or 2 half chances, but you know, I see him. Not a passenger, it's the wrong word, but you used to come short and spin in. The game's changed a lot now. I'm just wondering, you know, De Bruyne used to slip him in there. Has he got the players to do that now, to see the best of him? Because he's so prolific.
He's scary. You know, you look at midweek, and was it 5 goals and 2 assists? You know, and people are saying he's had a bad start to the season. But going back to the point before, Alan, I think more so the reason to get Phil Foden back fit again. You know, the season before last and then Erling's first season, you know, Phil created a lot of assists. You know, that they've got a chemistry going that when Erling does play in the shoulder, Phil's got the quality and the ability to find them out. So Kevin De Bruyne is obviously going to be a huge miss for Erling, but get Phil back fit again. You know, we spoke about Doku. Reinders as well is a really good start to the season.
Him. Yeah, I like him. Top player.
You know, he's been fantastic. So we all know that if you're going to create chances for Erling 9 times out of 10, he's going to score his goals, and he's shown that since he's been a young boy. And
Paul, gives a prediction. Who wins? Does City just nick it?
I think I'm going to go City 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah, I'm confident about Sunday. And Gabby, I don't know where you're coming from about this derby thing, mate. I was listening to it before.
Used to be, but now I think because Manchester United aren't a great team anymore. That's why, mate.
I'll agree with that then. There you go.
Paul, enjoy the weekend, Paul.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Mate. Paul Dickoff there. Now, coming up, does Gabby believe Forrest and Ange have any chance away at the Emirates against the Arsenal live in talkSPORT tomorrow? We'll find out next.
unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
Minutes past 9 o'clock, talkSPORT breakfast. Alan Brazil Gabby. Thanks to Arnold Clark Charge, we have some electrifying cash prizes up for grabs on talkSPORT and our EV Lover competition. Along with fully charged amounts of cash to give away, Gab, we've also got 3 places up for grabs to take part in our grand final in Glasgow. And that is next month, where one lucky winner will get their hands on a fantastic new MGS5 electric car. Lovely, eh? Great. So get involved. Simply head to talksport.com/win and get your entry in now. It's all thanks to Arnold Clark Charge. Ultra rapid EV charging at an ultra low price. Find out more at arnoldclark.com. Okay, now it's time for a bit of this.
And it just don't matter now. Little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of. Little by little, the wheels of your life, they're slowly falling off. Little by little, you have to give it all in all your life.
Gabby said earlier, Dino's much taller than you.
Dino. I did that. I'll say smaller than you.
Dino.
Dean Saunders.
Oh, he's much smaller than me.
That's what it says. That's what.
Do you know what? I was in the Manchester City tunnel the other day, and I was interviewing Nathan Ake.
Oh yeah.
And I was standing next to.
He's not tall, is he?
I was standing next to Nathan Ake, who is listed on the websites as 6 foot.
No chance.
And I was with Izzy, the producer, and I said, "Quick, get a picture of me and him. I'm taller than him." I said, look. She's like, "What?" And I went, "Just look now.
Take the picture.
I want you to tell everyone." And she just ignored me and thought I was an idiot.
No, but he's not 6 foot, is he?
No
way.
I am tall. I'm serious. I'm taller than him.
I believe you.
Why are you laughing? It's true.
But even if you wasn't, Sam, it doesn't matter.
Average height of a young
UK male. Exactly, ignore him.
So the international break is finally over. The Premier League is back. And that can only mean one thing, the return of game day.
The Premier League is back in session. What a goal! The roof has just been ripped off Anfield.
Well, this is absolutely remarkable. Nottingham Forest 0, West Ham United 3.
Nuno Espirito Santo sacked by Nottingham Forest.
Never ever predict what happens in the Premier League.
Ange is ready to return to the Premier League.
Salah comes into the box. It's left. Engamoa to finish it. He's won it. Rio Engamoa, the teenager.
In comes the corner. It's flicked on at the near post, and João Pedro is there to head it in. It is Sunderland 2, Brentford 1.
Daniel Levy has stepped down from his role as executive chairman after nearly 25 years.
Now Haaland on the turn. Of course he scores. This is the Manchester derby.
Oh, and he's put it in the back of the net. Manchester United 3, Burnley 2 from the penalty spot.
Football, honestly, never changed. Domestic football back.
The games we're going to be previewing this morning. Really good game, this one. I'm looking forward to it. 12:30 tomorrow, Arsenal against Forest. talkSPORT exclusive. 8 o'clock tomorrow, West London Derby, Brentford against Chelsea, talkSPORT exclusive. And 4:30 Sunday, Manchester City against United. To preview these games, we're pitting Gabby against talkSPORT's chief football commentator, Sam Matterface, as we play our weekly predictor game, is Curse of the Commentator.
I like that, Chief. I like that.
Smell on you.
Me, Chief.
Would you?
I like that. Chief. Yeah. Get used to that sound. Impressive.
In 16 years
Here we go. So, a quick reminder of the rules. Sam and Gabby both have 20 seconds to discuss each of the games that are across our talkSPORT network this weekend. All they need to do is give us the result and score of each match, one goal scorer for each game, and finally, why they predict that outcome. For each correct guess, they will get 1 point for a correct result, 3 points for a correct score, and a 1 bonus point for naming a goal scorer. Ray and Gabby have established a 10-6 lead over Sam from 3 rounds. Can Gabby mess this up right now? I've got a feeling he could.
Can I go first on one?
Just calm down, will you? You know, give Sam a break. He's coming in here. He's got a big show to do. You know, and first up.
First of all, I'd like to make an appeal. I've lodged the appeal, but bearing in mind that Josh King was given the Fulham goal of the month
yes,
after that goal was erroneously rubbed off, and by the way, everyone's admitted it, the PGMOL, etc., etc. I had 2-1 Chelsea and João Pedro to score that. Now, if I'd been awarded that, I'd have been 10-9.
But what is official? What is in the record books?
In the record books, it's 2-0, but you know, lots of bookmakers have paid out on Josh King scoring.
We are not a bookmaker, right? You can take it up with Simon Clare if you like. Right, here we go. First up, Big Ange takes charge of Forest for the first time tomorrow. This is lunchtime, of course, live and exclusive on talkSPORT as his side travel to the Emirates to take on the Arsenal, 12:30. Sam. I'll let you go first. Gabby, no. Sam, you're going first.
Oh, you, honestly.
Stop being petulant.
Never get your coffee again.
Arsenal's injury crisis is a bit of an issue and has been a sort of narrative over the last couple of years, hasn't it? William Saliba is now on the list of absentees along with everybody else.
Big blow.
And they always seem to concede when he's not in the team. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. And do you know what? I will go for Gyökeres to score.
Will you? Do you think he's going to have a big hit?
I think he's got to get used to playing at the level of the Champions League and the Premier League.
White said he's an animal. He's
a big physical specimen, isn't he? And I think he'll score goals against teams like Forest, like Leeds United. He's got to find a sharper way of getting into other games. I think.
Okay, Gabby, here we go. Your 30 seconds.
So, this game is going to be tough for Nottingham Forest. In the last 6 games in all competitions at the Emirates, they have got a goal difference of 19-2.
You notice how I've lessened the stats now?
I know, because Alan's
more of a sort of conversation.
The aggregate score is 19-2 to Arsenal in the last 6 games. Big game for
as well. So don't kid on, you've done your homework.
Big game for Ange, first game, but an Arsenal side that need to win. They can't go even further behind Liverpool. I see a 3-1 win to Arsenal and a Madueke goal.
Yeah, he's playing well, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, right.
Now, you can't interrupt us when we're doing it.
I can. Next up, we bring you Saturday night football, and exclusive on talkSPORT, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Brentford against Chelsea. Now, I don't think you've got a clue here, Gab, and I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, I'll do it nice and simple for Alan. Okay, Brentford versus Chelsea, João Pedro to score and 3-0 to Chelsea. Is that better? Is that better, Al?
3-0, okay.
Is that better? Is that you like it?
That was like 7 seconds. That's a world record.
Yeah, you like that? Okay.
Definitely. Okay, Sam, your 20 seconds starts now.
I'm a little bit concerned that Chelsea have got a quick turnaround. They're going to Bayern Munich in midweek live on talkSPORT 2, but they've also got a lot of players coming back from South America, and I wonder how much that's going to take it out of them. They don't have a particularly great record at Brentford. They haven't won there in their last 3 league attempts. I'm going to go
1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. 1-2. And do you know what? You've gone João Pedro, haven't you? So I will go Pedro Neto.
Ooh, there you go. Now, who'd I let go? Who'd I let go the final one?
No, you just decide. You do everything else.
All right, well, just because of that nonchalance.
Andy would let me go first.
Here we go, Sam. Here, right. I'm not having that, Gabby. You know, I am the taskmaster here, right? So, the third and final game, we have Manchester Derby. We have a City against Manchester United. Sam, you're up first.
Okay. Look, both these two teams have had the greatest starts to the season. I think Manchester City will have a point to prove. They're coming off a bit of a wobble. Manchester United still not scoring enough goals for me. But United seem to turn up in these big games. They haven't kept a clean sheet. City are desperate for a win. Do you know what? I'm going 2-2.
Ooh.
And I will go Haaland.
Haaland. There you go. That's stuff
well
you,
done,
Gabby.
mate, honestly.
Gabby, your 20 seconds starts now.
Okay, Manchester City need to win or you question their title challenge. Haaland has scored 5 goals in his last 3 games against Manchester United. I can't choose him because you let Sam go first.
You can have him
but
as
I'm going to go... Oh, can I? Oh, thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 3-1 win to Manchester City and Haaland to score. Thank you, Alan. He's like Santa, isn't he? Nice guy.
I can.
Interesting what you say about the title charge.
Yes.
Because having failed to win 2 of the first 3 games in the Premier League, there's only one team that have ever won the Premier League from that scenario. Do you know who it is?
Liverpool.
Leicester. Blackburn Rovers.
Manchester United in the first year of the Premier League, 92.
So there's a proper start for you, Gab.
This is who I aspire to be one day, the chief. Chief. Give me 20 years.
You need to shrink a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm amazed that Gray hammers him every year. Because he comes up with some...
No, because you changed the scores, that's why.
I do not.
It's Ellis. They can't add up.
He's an idiot. It's a big game, though. I think...
what are you doing What are you doing in your show?
We've got loads to do on the show. Obviously, there's no crookie today because it's international break. And, I don't know. He's going to play golf.
What are we paying him?
Will he be going down to the South Coast Derby?
He's not. He's going to the Manchester Derby. I'm going to Southampton, Portsmouth.
Lovely.
So I'm doing commentary on that on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to it.
Helmet down.
I did the last. I've done quite a few of them actually, but they haven't played each other for 6 years.
It's a big one.
And there was a huge one. Portsmouth's last league win was 4-1 April 2005. And I tell you what, I was there that day. It was absolute carnage.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it'll be quite spicy again this time around as well.
Looking forward to it.
That is, people don't realise Swansea, Cardiff, like that as well.
Yeah. Swansea, Cardiff, Southampton, Portsmouth, the derbies that go under the radar a little bit, but I'm telling you, volatile.
Who's filling in for Crookie?
Who's filling in for Crookie? Yes, that's where we were going with that. So we couldn't find anybody exactly like him, so we brought in Martin Keown.
Be nice to Martin.
We're always nice
like
to Martin.
And like you, Simon, Jimmy, he seems to wind him up.
We do. He winds
He's a
himself.
nice guy, mate.
He does wind himself up, Gabby. He could wind himself up just sitting in a room talking to himself.
Okay, Sam coming up at 10 o'clock. It's 9:30 on talkSPORT.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head-on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Lovely weather down in Wentworth, by the way. Blue skies, gorgeous. Hope it's like that at the.
It's decent here, Will. I can see out the window. It's decent here, yeah.
All right, okay.
You used to be able to.
I know, I don't mind. This is studio, apart from it's like an ice box.
You don't like it cold?
Oh, Gabby, it's freezing in here.
Gets you more awake, though, doesn't it, the colder it is?
No, it doesn't. I'm awake now, don't worry. talkSPORT Breakfast with me, Alan Brazil Gabby, and Arnold Clark gets £750 off any used electric car or home charger. By the way, how much are home chargers? You're getting $750 off them.
I'm sure that'll be like 30 quid, I reckon.
Well, that just
20,
makes
30
sense.
quid.
Get 750 quid off any used electric car or home charger.
Oh, a home charger for cars, yeah. No idea, Alan. No idea. I haven't got an electric car.
Oh, for a few grand, are they really? Wow, okay. Right, don't forget Ange's debut as Forest Boss is live on talkSPORT tomorrow. And if you want an in-depth breakdown on whether he'll be accepted by the Forest faithful, check out the talkSPORT Daily Podcast, wherever you get your podcasters from. Right, just minutes ago, Liverpool manager Arne Slot, he sat down with the media ahead of the trip. Could be a much harder game than what people think. I'm talking about Turf Moor to take on Burnley. £125 million signing, Isak now in the squad. All fans are asking the same thing. Will he start? No. Manager Slot has shut that down pretty quickly.
Don't expect him to be every single game 90 minutes on the pitch. That's definitely not going to happen in the upcoming weeks. He missed a proper pre-season. I think he missed 3 or 4 months of team sessions. And so now we have to build him up gradually with us playing so many games, hardly any training time. So that's going to be a challenge, but we've signed him not only for the upcoming 2 weeks, we've signed him for I think for 6 years. So yeah, this is what we have to keep in mind, and what the fans have to keep in mind if they see that I take him off at a certain moment, or I only bring him in for a small amount of minutes. That's all for the long-term fitness of the player.
Doesn't appear he's going to start then, eh?
I knew that anyway.
What do you mean you knew that?
Because he hasn't had a pre-season. You know, he's been trained on his own. You're not going to put him straight into a team that are flying so far. Gakpo off that left-hand side, Ekitike, Salah, why would you then throw him straight in? You bring him on maybe 25 minutes against Burnley, Atletico Madrid at home in the Champions League on Wednesday. Do you bring him on for 35 in that? And then does he start the weekend afterwards?
It's coming to me now. I forgot you've got your coaching badges from Kazakhstan, didn't you?
Oh, no, I've done my coaching badges with my pal Ruben Amarim.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of great coaches on that course.
Do you think Mo's going to have his nose put out of joint when Isak comes in as the star?
He's not, though. No one's bigger than Mo Salah, Liverpool Football Club. And it's like I said earlier, it's all good rotation, but Mo Salah will not accept being rotated and not starting Champions League games and Premier League games. You know, that's what Mo Salah's done all his career at Liverpool. Gakpo, Ekitike and Isak will rotate. And I don't see Salah being rested at all. He's the main man. He's the penalty taker. So no one's bigger than Mo Salah.
Right, okay. We'll see.
You don't think so?
We'll see.
Do you want to have a bet on that?
He'll keep the penalties, will he?
Do you have a bet on that?
He'll keep the penalties.
100%.
All right, okay.
I don't think so.
Now, Saints against Pompey is live on talkSPORT 2 this weekend. An absolute massive game. But just how big is this game? Let's get more background on the South Coast Derby. Here's brand new Weekend Sports Breakfast host, Shaban.
This Sunday at midday is the long-awaited South Coast Derby. Southampton and Portsmouth meeting for their first league match in 13 years. And yes, it'll be spicy. With a history of violent clashes between the fans at previous games, there will be a strong police presence at St Mary's. The last time they met was in the EFL Cup tie at Fratton Park. That was in 2019. That resulted in a man being jailed for punching a police horse. Friend of talkSPORT and former manager Harry Redknapp once described his return to Portsmouth in 2004 as horrific and needed personal security after he controversially became manager of their arch rivals within weeks. It's a rivalry that runs deep. Might be fair to say they absolutely hate each other. It's the Battle of the South Coast, Southampton versus Portsmouth this Sunday, 12 o'clock, live on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, I hope there's no hassle, no trouble. I don't mind, for 90 minutes people giving each other on the ground, but in terms of outside and getting the game, I hope not.
I don't think there is nowadays, Doyle, because I just think the police are so clever with how they manage it. They get so many extra police on board.
You know the Swansea Cardiff one?
Yeah.
I believe you've got to get on a coach.
Yeah, there's no
Swansea
walking to the
to
ground.
get Cardiff and vice versa, I believe.
Yeah, there's no in these derbies now, Al. It's not like it used to be. Like, who's at home? Southampton are at home. So Portsmouth, their fans will have to get coaches to the games. So that they'll be held back after the game, probably for an hour in the stadium. Even for me, I went to Villa versus PSG, the away game. We got kept in for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Is that
police
football?
Police escort to come out. So if anything happens, it's going to be arranged. It's not going to be outside the stadium. That doesn't happen anymore.
I didn't think they had any trouble in Eindhoven. Yeah, Utrecht, and Feyenoord and Ajax. But Eindhoven, I thought, were all right. Obviously not.
Yeah, but there'll be a lot of police around the area, so hopefully there's no trouble. And both teams need to concentrate on, I know it's a derby, Al, but getting the points on board. Southampton only 5 points from the first 4 games. Portsmouth ahead of them by 2 points. So Southampton need to get a win, most importantly.
It's a massive weekend here on talkSPORT. We have the first Premier League game back as Ange takes charge of Forest at Arsenal, and end the day with a London derby. Brentford take on Chelsea. Best place to get the match day buzz is with Shaban and Dean Saunders, Dino, on the Weekend Sports Breakfast from 6 a.m. So whether you're on the road, boarding the supporters coach, or frying up your bacon and eggs, listen to the Weekend Sports Breakfast for pre-match build-up on what will be another huge, huge day of sport. Speaking of derbies, the Gallagher brothers will be all over the Manchester derby this Sunday. And a reminder, 1 week to go until we're calling 2 winners to go head-to-head on air. They'll both score tickets to see Oasis at Wembley for the gig on the 27th September 2025. But only one will walk away with £25,000 in cash. It all goes down Friday the 19th of September. Keep your phone off mute. You could be getting the call, but first, don't look back in anger, because here's how you can enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word OASIS to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 treble38. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Coming up, we'll find out whether Gabby will be booing Martinez this weekend as he could return and goal for the Villa. That's coming next. Boo!
This is the talkSPORT Goal Show. It's the show for the fans. It's done by the fans.
Yes! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Yes! Yes!
He is an unlocker of defences.
If you've got a problem or something to say,
You don't have the right to say anything about something. I do.
This nonsense kills the game.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Alan Brazil and Gabby. Next week, We're going to be joined by a very special guest on The Breakfast Show. Legendary presenter Paddy McGuinness, who was host of one of Britain's most loved TV dating shows, Take Me Out, Gabby.
Why?
One single man goes on in the hope that at least one of the 30 women will like them enough to go on a date with them. And we've got an exclusive for you this morning. Here's what happened when Gabby went on the show.
Each girl has a light in front of them. If they like what they see, they keep the lights turned on. If they don't like what they see, they turn them off. No like it, no like it. If there are no lights left on, it's a blackout. OK, shall we get ready? It's time to unleash our first boy of the night. Single man, reveal yourself.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm 38 and I'm from Birmingham. I recently lost a record I held. So if you want to be my record breaker, then I'm the guy for you.
Oh! Girls, are you turned on or turned off?
No.
Whoa!
Are you joking?
25 girls have turned the lights off. Sonia, why did you turn off?
I can't stand it when a man pays more attention to football than his lady.
I've recently got into paddle, but you won't find any double faults from me in the bedroom.
Girls, are you turned on or turned off?
Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Hashtag Ox. Oh dear.
Shut up and down with it.
It's a blackout.
The feeling's like, wow. I'm a hot guy, Al. You know what I mean?
I'm afraid it was definitely no likey, no lighty for Gabrielle, unfortunately. Gab, what's your favourite dating show?
Oh, I did used to like watching that. Very, very funny show when he used to come down dancing and then all the lights would go off.
Gab, hold on a minute. Do you not read at home or do you not talk to your kids?
I don't read, no.
Why are you watching this rubbish?
It's a funny show. What else would be? I'm trying to think of all the dating shows. Blind Date back in the day.
Was that? Oh, Blind Date.
Blind Date, yeah, Cilla Black back in the day. That was funny. But
God,
what's funny about this one, Al, when the lights go off, is that they reveal sometimes, oh, I still live with my mom at 35, and then all the girls are like, light off, light off, light off. Or my hobby is to do something silly. Light off, light off, light off, light off. Yeah, but, you know, we go again.
Yeah, but these ones that are turning, the women that are turning the lights off, what are they like?
Exactly. That's the audacity sometimes.
Yeah.
People are turning the lights off and you're like, mate... But as well, a lot of them keep the lights on, turn the lights off because they're like, oh, I want to wait to see who else comes out, and you get to be another week on the show.
You best going early or you best coming on late?
You best start waiting because someone better comes along and you get a free holiday. Is it the island of Fernando?
I mean, if you're coming on, if you're a bloke, you'd rather be on later than early on.
Exactly. Yeah. Not for me, mate.
Yeah, but what if someone puts a light on, you take a look, you think, oh, I ain't going out with that.
With that. You can't say that.
Why?
With that.
What do you mean you can't say that? That's normal.
With that.
I can't go out with that.
With that, yeah. You are a funny guy. With that.
Anyway, don't miss Paddy McGuinness and The Breakfast Show on Tuesday morning next week.
Oh, God.
Before all that, though, there's a huge weekend with the Premier League returning. Well, the only side yet to score so far this season is Aston Villa.
Get lost.
And they're up against an old friend in Jack Grealish. Could Martinez be back in goal after missing out on a move to United? And will he be booed by the Villa fans? Gab, we don't know the whole story, so why don't we know? Why don't we know it? Why doesn't someone come out and tell us? Did he want to go, or was he pushed because of the financial restrictions?
That's the problem. Like, no one's going to come out and explain because Aston Villa missing out on Champions League football was a big blow financially, and for all we know, everyone was available for transfer. You know, Asensio and Rashford left, Leon Bailey left, who was signed. Jacob Ramsey ended up going because we had to create some funds. Martinez might have been told, you know what, if a bid comes in, we want you to go. Or, for all we know, he could have asked to leave and Aston Villa didn't want to sell him. Nobody, I don't think, will ever know. I don't think the club are going to come out and explain.
The fans should know?
They should know. They should deserve to know if the keeper that they love, and before every game they sing the world's #1, Emi Martinez, they love him, Al. and he's been outstanding for the football club. If he has tried to force through a transfer to Manchester United, then it will change a lot of fans' opinions.
Yeah.
They won't get this. He won't get the same love. But I just fear that we will never know, to be honest.
Prediction for this game?
I predict a 2-2 draw. I feel like Everton are looking a lot better. And what Aston Villa need to do, Al...
Jack to score?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll get an assist, though. We've got Ndiaye, Tyler Dibbling, Jack, Beto as well. They're looking a lot better. Dewsbury Hall has had a great start to the season. He'll be one that's looking at the England squad as well. Can he try and break into it? But what Aston Villa can't do out against an Everton side under David Moyes is concede the first goal, especially away from home, because that's what they want, Everton. Then they can drop back and try and catch you on the counter-attack. Aston Villa find it quite difficult to break down.
Who'll be up through the middle?
I think it'll be Rodgers and behind Watkins. Like I said, Harvey Elliott I don't think will start, but you never know. But what Aston Villa struggled with, Al, and Harvey Elliott should help that problem, is when teams sit back, like Brentford did against Aston Villa, like Newcastle, like Crystal Palace did, can't break them down. Lots of slow passing, frustrating for the fan base as well. Aston Villa needs to go and get that first goal, and then he brings out Everton, and then Tarkowski's not the quickest. Michael Keane.
Yeah, but I like Tarkowski.
Yeah, good defender, but you can exploit him on the counter.
And I'd say it again, Villa fans, don't boo Martinez, please.
No. And until you know the full situation, what happened, don't boo him. Save your boos until maybe the club come out and explain it, which I don't think they will.
Don't forget the games we're previewing this morning. We're previewing, but the games we're interested in, talkSPORT exclusive games. 12:30, Arsenal against Forest. And then 8 o'clock tomorrow night, West London Derby, Brentford against Chelsea, talkSPORT exclusive. And then 4:30 on Sunday, the Manchester Derby from the Etihad. It's going to be great. Man City against United. Right, don't forget, huge weekend of sport here on talkSPORT. Shaban and Dino, get your weekend started. Those 3 games are going to be great. Check out the talkSPORT Daily podcast as well. Coming up next, though, Gabby, have a great weekend, mate.
Thanks, Al.
Coming up next, though, get the booster seat ready, Ed. Is Little Sam, Martin Keown and Big Troy Deeney. That's next. And just a reminder, Jeff and Ali are back on Monday morning. They're joined by United legend Brian Robson following the Manchester Derby. Robbo, what are you doing? Come on, Wednesday with me. 3 minutes to 10. I am breaking. So sorry.